And we're live. Hi, everybody. So this is going to be another theories discussion video like I've done before. I did the last one with BBM and AU, and this time I have BBM rejoining me and the lovely AK joining me. So introduce yourself, guys, and let us know whatever you want us to know.
Sup? I got nothing right now. I'm still eating my nachos. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit unprepared.
Then I will say your intro. That was the lovely AK Lord Commander, aka Breaker of Trolls, aka the one with the fedora, aka the one who gives no fucks about the Lannisters. But you know what? I'm Broke Black Man 94, a Lannister supporter. So if anyone wants to come and troll the Lannisters, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Not today.
Fuck them Lannisters.
So I went through a bunch of different websites and different articles and different YouTube videos, and I found a bunch of theories that I thought would be interesting to talk about. And so I wrote them down. So I'm just going to throw out a theory and I'm going to see what we all think about it. And if anyone in the chat has anything to say, just, write in the chat and we'll read it out and see how we all feel about it. So I'm going to start with the first one. So, I'm sorry, BBM. Cersei becoming the Mad Queen, does that equal Cersei and Jaime are Targaryens, secret Targaryens? That's a theory that's going around. Is that a possibility? What do you guys think?
Given their history, I think it definitely is. I think it's possible that Cersei would be the Mad Queen's daughter and that Jaime ended up actually being Tywin's. But I don't know. I mean, pretty much when it comes to parentage, really anything is possible in this damn story. But Cersei is definitely the Mad Queen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Whether she's related to Aerys or not, she's still the Mad Queen.
BBM?
Yeah, for me, Cersei the Mad Queen, her being a Targaryen, I want that to happen because, one, I hate Tywin. So just imagine if, Cersei and Jaime were not his kids and the only actual kid he actually had was Tyrion. That will just make it good for him. Great. Or just find out that none of the kids are actually his and the legacy that he's been trying to protect and make sure it lives on just simply died with him, or maybe hopefully his brother might pick it up, but who knows. But Cersei being the Mad Queen, I don't know, so far in the season so far, I thought that she's going to be using more wildfire or just use that as a threat. But so far, she hasn't winched onto that mentality of, as a Mad King used to do from what I'm hearing. But she has been known to do a lot of torturing. So she's one pinky toe away from becoming the official title of Mad Queen. She still has to do something that's just that devastating more. That would just make almost even Dany's forces be you know what? I'm probably just going to go with Cersei, or just simply leave Cersei to the point that yeah, we're all going to be supporting Dany at this point.
Yeah, I like your theory about, if it turns out that only Tyrion is Tywin's son, that would be a huge slap in the face because Tywin constantly thought that Joanna cheated on him, and that's where Tyrion came from. And if it comes out that Tyrion's his only trueborn son, I think that's vindication for Tyrion, and I love that. But I don't know. I think I like Alicia's thinking a little bit better because I don't want Jaime to be Aerys' son for some reason. I feel like Jaime has, okay, maybe it's the book side of me, but even in the show, I see little bits of it. I see this little bit of redemption that Jaime has, whereas Cersei, I don't see any redemption at all. There's no going back from what she's done. She's only getting worse. She's slowly progressing to the worst. There's no turning around for her.
I don't see redemption for either of them bastards. Fuck them.
Yeah, because that Lannister hate, though. Not even for Jaime? Come on now.
She's never liked Jaime.
What has Jaime done?
Okay, then we're gonna list it then. He killed the Mad King. He killed the Mad King, though. He saved the realm
out of a window.
Now, okay, we pushed the kid. Wow, we pushed the kid. We pushed the kid. Now he grew from that. He grew from it. If he never got pushed, he would have never been picked by Blood Raven. Okay, even though it could have been any Stark child, but hell,
no, it could have been any Stark child. It would have always been Bran. Blood Raven said, "I was waiting on you." It would have always been Bran. Bran would have gotten to the Three-Eyed Raven regardless.
But if that push would have never happened, like where would a Bran end up in? He would have went to King's Landing, though. In the books, it wasn't like Ned sure like, oh, I wanted to take Bran to King's Landing so he can like be buddied up with Prince Joffrey at the time. So it's like
Bran wouldn't have been able to stand Joffrey. He might have hung out with Tommen. But regardless of which, Bran would have found his way north of the wall at some point in time, because some things just have to happen in this world, and the powers that be make it happen.
Ion made a good point. What if Jaime didn't push Bran? What if Jaime was possessed by Blood Raven and had Bran pushed out the window?
Yeah, that's what everybody else.
I would love to say that as an argument, but no.
Then why would
he does for love? What he does for love. He's pussy. I'm sorry. He wanted to keep that secret.
Just pushed him. So nah, no. That was all Jaime's punk dumb ass, as T Baby says. Shout out Taryn, the golden dumbass.
Yes, hashtag golden dumbass.
But it could have been Bran who could have just simply walked into Jaime and pushed him, because he knew eventually this situation.
That was one of the first theories that I've heard, and I'm going to call bullshit on that too. Stop trying to save your boy. There's no redemption there.
There is, though. Even if he does like anything like leave Cersei or even kill Cersei, you're still going to be like, well, he's still a dumbass for being with him, so this is what you get.
As soon as he kills her, I'm like, good. Now go.
Well, come on, redemption, turning away from evil, though. Still, that's like the face right there. It's like redemption. Or come on.
Mm-hmm. You keep telling yourself that.
Okay, so are we prepared to move on, or do we want to continue about the Jaime and his golden dumbassery?
We can move on.
All right. So the next question I have is a big one for me. It's one I kind of latched onto. I have my own theory about it, but we're not going to talk about that. Everyone can go and watch my video. It's the Valonqar theory. So who is the Valonqar? And I've heard many different things. I'm going to touch on the three that I've heard the most, and then my theory, and then get your opinions on it. So the three I keep hearing are Jaime, obviously, he's Cersei's little brother. So is Tyrion. Tyrion is number two. It makes sense. They're both her little brothers. They both have potential reasons for wanting to kill her. The third that I heard, which is interesting, and now it makes sense, would be Euron. He's also a little brother. He could very well go and strangle the life out of Cersei to get what he wants. Who knows? And then, obviously, the last one is Arya, because that's my theory. And I just think it's going to be Arya. So, what do you guys think? Let's start with BBN this time.
Okay, now, I don't think the show mentioned the Valonqar in that prophecy, though. But if there'll be anyone, I would say Euron, as always, he does have two hands. But Arya, I don't see on the show-wise anymore. It's like the list with her, it's like she did away with, Walter Frey and the other individual, that Knight's Guard and Bravos, forgot his name. Someone remind me. But it's like
Meryn Trant.
Yeah, like now she wants to go to Cersei, though. But the moment when she had her chance to even go to King's Landing, she decided, you know what, no, I'm just going to go north back home. So I think with bit on the show wise of Arya killing Cersei, possibly not. But Jaime killing Cersei could be possible. But if they're gonna do Cersei's pregnant in the books, like it will be like irony, because how Cersei's saying, oh, Tyrion is always like freaking, he was the one who killed my mother, I should hate on Tyrion. It will just backfire if her own child kills her. So either Jaime or the baby. killing it. That would just be irony.
AK.
I was doing a bit of multitasking. Give me a snippet of what the topic we're on with Cersei now.
We are talking about the Valonqar prophecy, and BBM made a good point. I brought up the 4 potential candidates in my eyes, which are Jaime, Tyrion, Euron. Those are the top 3, I guess, around the community. And then obviously my theory of Arya. But BBM just said, what if she's pregnant and the baby kills her?
If Cersei died in childbirth, the horrible human in me would probably laugh, and I think I would probably enjoy that actually, because it'd be such a lame death. And you know, Cersei, she's a freaking flashy drama queen. She wants like all the poshness, even in death. I think she want her death to be flashy, and going out in childbirth would just be a smack in the face for her. As far as the Valonqar, I think it's Jaime. I think he makes the most sense. Does Arya have the potential to be it? Yes. Does Euron have the potential to be it? Absolutely. I've been thinking if it is actually Euron, I feel like Euron is gonna have a Rorschach moment, and he's gonna be somewhere where Cersei thinks she's safe. And he's gonna turn around and look at her like, you know, I'm not in here with you. I'm not here for these games. You're in here with me. So let me tell you how it's about to go. That's what I see happening with that, if it's Euron. But I think the most potential goes to Jaime.
You don't think there's any potential for Tyrion?
If I take the book into account, and if dreams count for anything, then maybe, because I do, if I remember correctly, Cersei did have a dream about being locked in the black cells with Tyrion like torturing her and laughing at her or some such thing. So, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. But yeah, I think it could be all of the people that are on your list, but I think the most potential goes to Jaime.
Okay. I still like BBM's theory about the baby. That would be very interesting.
Now, quick question though. Yeah. Like the Valonqar, does it have to be like literally, you know, physical hands? Because if it has to be like physical hands, then yeah, Jaime may not be. But if it's like Tyrion couldn't even strangle Shay. He needed like help to do that. So it's like, I don't know.
I think that with the prophecies, it's vague. They're not always word for word. They're not always exact. It's just a vague idea of what will happen. I think Cersei will choke to death is the point that they're trying to get across. I don't think it will be someone's hands wrapped around her throat necessarily. I think it could be many things of her choking to death. I think she could choke to death on her wine for all I know. You know, she could be poisoned. Her throat could be slit and she could choke on her own blood. We don't know. We just know she's gonna choke. I don't think it's literal hands wrapping around her neck.
Okay. Good verification. It's Jaime then.
What if Cersei kills herself? What if she drinks that wine just too fast and she just chokes to death?
That would be even more hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, then there's no one. No one killed her. Cersei killed Cersei. Okay, so the next one I have, it's popular. I think it's pointless at this point. And it's the same as the first, but a little bit different. Is Tyrion a secret Targaryen? Like I said before, I don't think in the show it's even going to matter at the end unless it's Cersei that it happens with. And I don't think that Tyrion will even care at this point.
Yeah, I don't think where Tyrion is concerned, I don't think it'll matter. It may possibly in the book, but he's in a completely different space as far as we know in the book right now. So I really don't know that his lineage Wouldn't matter at all. I mean, either way, he's still a Lannister. I mean, because Joanna was a Lannister. So, yeah. There has to be 3 heads of the dragon is what we keep hearing, but I feel like one of those dragons isn't going to make it. So if we already have Jon and Dany as dragon riders, then you know what is Tyrion being a Targaryen going to be worth? What does it matter?
Well, I have another idea for that, but that's besides the point altogether. BBM?
So again, the question is what Tyrion as a Targaryen, right? So show-wise, you kind of see hints of that because, again, you see him, you know, down where the dragons were chained, and he just unchained them, and they were just, like, kind to him. I'm like, what? Y'all down here chained, deprived of sunlight, not even really, like, flying or anything. Guy comes here, he's basically food, and y'all don't eat him. Interesting. Like, I don't know. Same thing with Jon. He comes near freaking Drogon. We saw last episode, it's like, he's buddy with him, so it's like, either these dragons are not threatening, as I'm thinking.
They don't hurt either, though.
With who?
They don't hurt Missandei when she feeds them either.
True. So it's like, what's up here? But I don't know. It's like, again, could he be a Targaryen? I want him to be like the only Lannister, but at the same time, he'll still be messed up if he's just simply a Targaryen. Like Tywin has nothing. It's both epic.
All right. So I think we all agree at this point it really doesn't matter if any of them are secret Targaryens, except in Cersei's storyline, it might matter because of the madness that she's experiencing. Other than that, I don't think it matters if Jaime's a secret Targaryen. I don't think it matters if Tyrion's a secret Targaryen. Hell, we could find out that one was a secret Targaryen and it wouldn't matter. The only story it makes sense for is Jon and Cersei at this point. No other storylines would be impacted by it.
With Cersei,
I think it would give a reason for her madness. I think that's the only thing that could play into her storyline. It would give a reasoning behind it because we've heard with the Targaryens, it's always a flip of a coin.
Yeah, but I think Cersei would have been crazy any damn way.
Yeah, me too, but, you know.
Really? Just really?
Yes, really. Yes, really. Come out of the vagina nebula for once in your life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she would have been crazy no matter what, and I'm pretty sure Tywin messed her up for life. I think it was more Tywin than anything else, so.
Tywin was like the world's worst father, man.
Like, I mean, as a child, I think this is just book. I don't think they showed it in the show. But as a child, she killed her friend for wanting to marry Jaime.
Yeah.
She pushed her down a well.
They were like 12. Like,
no,
really?
I think they were even younger. I think they were younger than that.
Oh, my good Lord. It was either 10 or 12. One of the two.
Something like that. But she pushed her down a well.
You sitting here.
Things you do for love. You know, I've seen I've heard tales of women who do so much things so they can secure their men.
No,
she
BBM.
wanted to marry Rhaegar. Okay.
No, BBM. It wasn't for love. It wasn't for Jaime. It was her friend wanted to marry Jaime, and they went in there because her friend wanted to get a reading, and Cersei ended up getting the Valonqar prophecy. So she killed her friend to prevent her from telling anyone because she didn't want it to come true. And it just so happened that her friend wanted to marry Jaime. But that was the whole reasoning for going to see Maggie the Frog. In the books, at least. I don't think they even mentioned that in the show.
I think it was Cersei's.
Nah. Yeah, and show-wise, it was Cersei's idea because like Cersei wanted to go, and I think the her servant, whatever friend, whatever, said like we shouldn't be here, and then she's like, I don't care. So yeah.
Really, Ion? That's propaganda. Her friend fell on her own. Shut up.
Exactly.
Nebula right now.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one, and it is the Azor Ahai prince who was promised warrior of light theory. I've heard many different options. I know when I was talking to you guys earlier, you guys were a little shocked by 2 of them, but the 4 or 5 that the top one is Jon, and then the other 4 that I've heard are Dany, Sam, Davos and Littlefinger. So what does everyone think? I think it's multiple people from multiple prophecies. I don't think it's one person. I think it's a group of people. I don't know who those people exactly are yet, but that's what my feelings are. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, the prince that was promised, the last hero, Azor Ahai, I think they're all different people. I mean, the number 3 tends to run rampant throughout this story, as does the number 7. So I'm thinking that it'll be like 3 main people that are tapped to try to win this war. If there is really a huge war, I'm still on the fence with that one. But I think one of them is definitely Dany. Obviously, she has the dragons. One of them is Jon, who kind of might as well be that last hero standpoint, or be Azor Ahai, one of the two. Bran obviously has something to do with it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten tapped to be the next Three-Eyed Raven. I think there's some other minor people, but the main 3 I think are Jon, Dany, and Bran. BBM?
Yeah, again, I agree with you both. It has to be like a group of people, you know, it has to be like the Avengers, you know, you got to assemble everyone. It has to be like, for me, it has to be Jon, Dany, Sam. I can't say Sam. I'm sorry. Like, if Sam found out R plus L equals J first, I would have gave Sam his 2 cents, but no, you got to go with Bran. We got to get Arya in there because she has a Valyrian steel dagger, so she can just, you know, come up out of nowhere and just cut a White Walker, period. You know, we also need Jorah because, well, Dany, besides Dany on her dragons, like, still need some type of knight. So get Jorah up in there. Like, who else could we get in there? Mel, in case she can do something. Maybe she can bring people back if they just die. Bam, bring them back. Bam, bring them back. I don't know. But because Mel, since she's like still in the TV show now and she's going to Essos, like, you need something with her. So maybe she has some 2 cents in it. If Beric survives, throw him up in there. I feel like anyone who has a sword, just come back up in there, you know, be extras. We need like freaking casualties and pawns. But yeah, it has to be like a collective group of people. You know, ever since what Mel came up saying, like, oh, it's like, came up with saying, like, oh, could be like either he or she, but then like, no, it was like one person, like, no, actually, no, she said like Jon Snow could be the Azor Ahai, whatever. Then Melisandre, not Melisandre, excuse me. The Sunday was like, well, it could be a he or a she, so it could just be multiple people. So yeah, I agree with saying it's probably just multiple.
Okay, so here's the going back to the Dragon Rider theory, and this kind of just popped into my head now. I've heard it before, and I never subscribed to it, not once. Now it's kind of starting to make a little bit of sense. We always hear that the Night's King is a White Walker, Stark, you know, at least on the show side of it. I know the books, there's some speculation, but we don't know. We don't even know if the Night's King exists. So what if the Night's King is a Targ and not a Stark? And he is the Dragon Rider, the 3rd head to the dragon.
He would be a 3rd head of a dragon. I don't think he would be the 3rd head to the dragon, meaning he would be opposing the other 2. I don't think they would be joining forces, because for what?
But does the prophecy say that they have to join forces, or just that there has to be 3?
It says the dragon must have 3 heads. The dragon. So I'm assuming that means that they would all be on one team.
Not necessarily. What if the dragon has 3 heads, means that there's only 3 Targaryens left? 3 legitimate Targaryens left, which would be Jon, Dany, and Night King, whoever else. But that's the way that I interpret it, that there would only be 3, which in the books I always thought would be Aegon, Jon, and Dany, or that they would play it off as Aegon, Jon, and Dany and then surprise us later with somebody else. But because I don't think Aegon's a Targ, but that's besides the point. I think that now, hearing a couple other theories and thinking about it, it kind of makes sense that the third head of the dragon, the third Targaryen, would be, you know, the Night's King, and he would ride a dragon.
BBM, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, it could be like, do you have to be a Targaryen to even like ride a dragon? Have there been like people who are non-Targaryens and ride?
You have to have a drop of dragon blood in you, is what we've been told.
But hey, show-wise, they can always just mix something up and say, you know what, Night King, you got a dragon. I won't be surprised, though, but it would be interesting to say if, like, the Night King is a Targaryen. You know, just a slip of the nose, because we're always been hearing things about, hey, he has to be a Stark, but all of a sudden it could simply be a freaking Targaryen. Just like with Jon Snow, we keep on thinking that he's a Stark, but in reality, he's a Targaryen. But you were saying something, AK?
I wanted to ask Sam to repeat what she just said.
Oh, which part? The part where I said the 3 heads of the dragon doesn't necessarily, that part?
No, you were saying something about Targaryen blood.
Oh,
writing.
So from what I've read in the world of Ice and Fire and what I've heard from other YouTubers and read on Reddit and all of that, was that in order to be, and from the past stories, the Duncan Egg stories, you have to have a drop of blood, Targaryen blood, or Valyrian, not Valyrian.
I think it's Valyrian blood. Not necessarily Targaryen blood.
It has to be the higher people of the Valyrian, the dragon riders blood in your system. So not like the slaves or whatever. It had to have been a dragon rider family.
Okay, maybe a dragon rider family, but Nettles, I don't believe, came from any type of royal bloodline, and she ended up being a dragon rider.
They thought she might have been one of the bastard children.
But that's never proven. With her specifically, it's never proven. All the other ones are absolutely bastards, but no one ever pinpointed Nettles.
No, they never pinpointed it. They just suspected that she was probably a bastard child, and that's how she was able to bond with the dragon. But she's the only exception to the rule as far as we know.
Yeah, I think it's just mainly Valyrian blood. Maybe the higher lords, whoever the dragon riders were, because it seems to be genetic.
Yeah,
so I'll definitely say that. I don't think it's just Targaryens though.
No, but I don't think we have a whole lot of families left that came over with the Targaryens that were dragon riders. I know that there was the Valerians who married into the Targaryens, but their house is now extinct as far as I know. And I don't think that there's any other families as far as we know, show or book, that are of Valyrian descent. So maybe in Essos, but as far as Westeros is concerned, we don't know any other. The Danes, maybe.
The Danes, possibly, but
it's never been confirmed.
Is real sketchy. Like it seems like they have a relation to Valyrians, but I think that's more of a Great Empire of the Dawn thing. If you're into that theory, more so than it is with just being from Valyria.
Yeah, I think maybe way back when they might have been, Valyrians or Targaryens or something along those lines. But yeah. So do you guys want to move on? BBM, do you have any thoughts?
Last point. If Cersei is a Targaryen, imagine she has a dragon. Y'all all be worried.
I don't think Cersei's getting a dragon.
You never know.
Why would you want Cersei to have a dragon? All this shit, everybody's all in an uproar because Dany burned Tarly and his kid. If Cersei had a fucking dragon, everything would be on fire right now.
Yes.
Shout out to Ed Sheridan. I see fire.
So you'd have no problem with all of King's Landing or probably all of the North or all of Dorne burning if it was Cersei. But
who are you kidding? All of Westeros would burn.
Dany can't burn 2 people who chose to die, mind you. They were given the option to go to the wall. She was going to let Tyrion do that, and that bastard chose to die, and then his dumbass son stood up and chose to die too.
Nah, they kind of deserve.
But that's a problem.
Though. It's like I don't know if we can allow it. We're going bleeding into the episode, and
Okay.
but it's okay. Okay, then good. So it's like so much gray area there. It's like at one point you're like, you know what, they shouldn't have. Well, Lord Tarley, yeah, you can burn him, but like, should we burn Dickon? At one point, I'm like, you know what, you shouldn't have done that. But like, how do you not know he's gonna like one day just rise up and revolt against Dany if she becomes queen? So it's like she was in a sense kind of thinking ahead, but it's like the way she delivered that, I'm not the breaker of chains. It's like, wait a minute, I thought you're a breaker of chains of slavery here. If you're just gonna be like no like chains period, then are we gonna release every single prisoner, murderer, cutthroat, rapist, and now Westeros? I don't know.
I think what she meant by that was she's the breaker of chains, meaning she doesn't want to imprison people against their own will. If they have done something wrong, she would rather see them die for it. So if they are a rapist or a murderer, she would rather see them die than be able to live and serve. She would
back to the crucifixion thing. Isn't that kind of an imprisonment though?
No, well, I see it a little bit differently. I see it as she would rather have people serving her. So if they're going to go to the wall, remember, the wall was not always seen as a prison sentence. So right now it's seen as a prison sentence. If they're going to the wall for prison, they're serving her and the realm in some way. She would rather have people serving her that are loyal than people who are murderers and rapists and just there because they have to be there. That's the way that I see it, at least. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, it's your opinion. You could be right. Just saying, should have killed him. Now looking at it.
Yeah, they deserve to die. Screw that. I mean, like I said, Dickon was a damn dumbass.
Listen, I was a little...
He's a dumbass because he saved Jamie. Admit it.
No, I actually wasn't even going to go there. What I was going to say is I expected better from him. It seemed he had more character within himself, but I guess not.
Yeah. I thought there was something about him that was, sympathetic to Sam and sympathetic to, the rest of the world outside of his father's view. But then I saw that and I was just like, just burn him. Please, God, just burn him. I'm done with him now. I have Gendry back. I'm good. Sorry, I need eye candy on this show. So the next theory I have, we'll just move on from this topic of conversation, is the theory that Bran is all things. So Bran is the Night's King. Bran is, the Blood Raven. Bran is Bran the Builder that built it all. Bran is everything. Do you guys subscribe to it, or do you guys believe that it's just, a theory you don't think is going to come true?
Bran can't be all the things, and if that's how Martin wrote him in the end, I'll be rather disappointed. Yeah.
I agree with this theory. I hope it's actual fact, because it kind of says that, just like the Flash, it all can just be a time paradox, Even going back to Doctor Who, damn it. It's like, well, we know in the future he finds out that he actually becomes this freaking Night King, because the way the cave drawings look, that Night King had a freaking long mustache. So it's like, hold up, is this the same Night King we're dealing with now? Well, we know if he is truly a Stark, well, we know it could just be Bran. And when he finds that out, he's like, oh, shoot, I have to become this thing here. So it's like, I have to do all this madness. It would probably make sense for almost everything, how it appears. Like the Night King is basically kind of winning. He knows almost everything. It's like, it might as well be him.
It wouldn't make sense for my new theory that I've come up with, that the Night's King is a secret Targaryen, though.
I don't see why he would be a secret Targaryen.
Listen, it makes sense in my head.
Sam, what would that do to the narrative?
It makes sense in my head.
Bran put it there because it's all part of the plan.
And how does the beard doesn't even go with anything Targaryen? Targaryens barely had beards like that.
Aerys Aries had a long, unruly
He was
beard.
the one. You got one guy. Who else?
There's one.
You just need one.
You only need one. I don't want to see it happen either, AK. I don't think that Bran is all things. I think that it wouldn't move the story forward in any way. It just would be Bran fighting himself, which makes no sense at all.
It doesn't. And
it's not him fighting, so he's just making sure that everything falls out to plan. If all peace and everything happens just by defeating the Night King the first shot round, then he's like, wait a minute, I'm becoming the Night King, so now I gotta basically do everything else. But then again, it wouldn't explain the time travel madness. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. So, next question. Next theory. Bran will bring the White Walkers past the wall. Do either of you subscribe to this theory? Do you have any thoughts on it? You know, I hope it's not true. I hope it's not Bran.
It has to be, though, because like him or green seeing and then seeing the Night's King, he just simply touched him. I think that was just simply his dumb moment. And the thing is, because of that brand, it's like the branding on Bran. It's like now Night King is gonna be able to come forth. So it's like it's his fault.
You know, I think that may have been a one-time thing. I really don't know that him coming through the wall is going to be the one key factor that allows them to come through. I mean, the cave was a very small place, and we haven't seen any other references back to that brand on his hand, if it's even still there. If it was more important, I think we would have seen it at least once or twice this season.
Very true.
Maybe just need like the Night King or something to come near him again, and maybe he'll start burning or something. I don't know.
So Bran's Harry Potter now too?
Yes, no. He is. He is the chosen one. There's multiple chosen ones. Going back to Zora High. It could be many people. Depends on if he came and killed your parents. And wait, whose parents got killed off? Jon. So Jon Snow. He's the chosen one. It all goes back.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, no, we're not going to talk Harry Potter. Okay, no, we are not.
Like 5 streams to talk.
We are not going to jump down that rabbit hole. Okay, we're not going there. We're going to stick to Game of Thrones.
I'm just saying, Stan was stealing from the restricted section, man.
No. Every single Sam scene is Harry Potter. No,
I was waiting for one of them books to just start screaming at him. Just saying. I thought for sure he would open up some old scroll and you'd see some bastard that looked like Ares yelling at him about something. I honestly half expected Creature to be walking around them damn cells where they were holding Jorah too, because Creature's the only one that would be down there doing his job but still complaining like shit the whole damn time.
Deleted scene. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Wait till those deleted scenes come out.
Okay, let's jump out of the Harry Potter black hole quickly. I didn't start anything.
Oh, no, who started it?
BBM started it.
No, I was like Bran on Harry Potter. No, Bran on the branding on Bran. And then you come in with the Harry Potter chosen. What are you trying to piss me?
Because the branding on Bran, Harry was branded too.
Okay, ladies, and okay, BBM and Lord Commander, let's
called you a lady. Don't try to start over that like nobody heard it.
I was gonna say ladies and gentlemen, but I only have one lady and one gentleman, so it doesn't make sense to say ladies and gentlemen.
I'm still gonna say that you called him a lady.
No, I was referring to you, but okay.
Excuse me.
Next question would be, what is Mel doing in Essos? What do you think her purpose for going there will be? Will we find out what her purpose is, or will it just be she's going to come back and, do whatever she's doing?
What will Melisandre's purpose be, you said?
Yes. What will her purpose for going to Essos be? What is the reason for her going there?
I think she's just going there to get Kinvara's fine ass and the rest of the Fire Nation and bring them back over to Westeros. And after that, she's going to do some fuckery that's going to get her killed, because she said she's going to die in Westeros. So Pretty much the only thing that would be relevant for her to do right now is to bring the Fire Nation, and that'll be it. And I'm still hating on Martin because we don't have the Ronar anymore. The Ronar had the damn water mages. We could have the Fire Nation and the Water Nation, but now it's not going to happen. My dumb rant is over. So I like to cross over my fandom, Sam. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. I'm okay.
Why she said just, you know, what is it? The Water Nation, the Fire Nation. What about Earth? About wind? You know,
there's been no references to those. No heavy references is what I'm saying. Who would you pick? Who would you pick to be Earth and Air?
The children of the forest as the Earth people?
Well, they're all dead too. Damn it.
Well, we don't know that.
Hopefully there's more on the Isle of Faces. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. Who would be Air?
The Dragon Riders?
The Aarons? No, Targaryens are pretty much the Fire Nation too. They're just a different
okay, so just like, you know, how the air nomads were the gone and last airbender, you know what? So are the air and so are the earth. But you know what? We could still include them in. It's just one survivor. Just one.
I'm only saying the Aarons because didn't they have like that ancestor that supposedly flew around on a large griffin or something?
Yes.
That's the only reason I'm picking them, and that's like real sketchy at best.
True. Baby M, do you have any thoughts on Mel?
Mel Sandra Gomez is like, if she maybe because isn't like that's the place where she originally got that religion, whatever, or is it not?
She was
so if anything, she needs to get some troops. She was probably getting a troops.
She was sold to the religion as a child. At one point in time, I did think that she may have been Bloodraven and Shara Seastar's kid. But
I still think that.
She's way too old, though.
No, I still think that. I still believe it. I can't get it out of my head. She's also a secret Targaryen, but really,
who isn't a secret Targaryen?
Be a Targaryen, just like Bran cannot be all the things.
They can be secret Targaryens because it makes sense in the story.
This is what you did, J.R. Martin.
Story.
This is how we just like mask all the mysteries, you know, just put every doubt of just saying, you know what, everyone's a Targaryen, you know, just anything, you know. Oh my goodness. Before we know Hodor is a secret Targaryen, that's why you just simply saying Hodor. You just want to give it the line.
Oh, Nan is also a secret Targaryen, and I don't.
That baby, she knows everything.
No, Hodor is half giant. Come on, people. He's not a secret Targaryen.
But who's half giant, though? A Targaryen.
No, but see, that's Stark. I wouldn't say half. I would posit that he is a descendant of Dunk the Lunk, and that is why he is so big.
I think that's
speculated by characters in the story that he might be part giant.
I think that Brienne is actually the descendant of Dunk.
I think they both are.
Don Willie says he is the last Targaryen.
So, damn it, Don Willie, you can't be all the things either, salty Lord. Yeah, Ion says Hodor is a Titan. Oh no, I don't like the Titans. They eat people. Don't put that on Hodor. No.
Keep reading the manga. Keep reading the manga. That's all I'm saying. But yeah.
Oh, now he's Lord Bolton.
You cannot be all the things, Don Willie. Pick one.
Well, according to Sam, we know that Lord Bolton was freaking a Targaryen. So you know what? Maybe.
No, Lord Bolton was not a secret Targaryen.
Where did that come from?
We don't know. Just find a way. Find one. Just probably Google like Game of Thrones tinfoils and bam.
Let's not send any more fuckery into the tinfoil pot.
Wait, AK, we've actually had this conversation on Tinfoil Thursdays.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn it, I missed those videos. So fucking mad at YouTube.
Don Willie also claims the Salt Throne.
Well, he already claimed the Salt Throne. He's been the Salt Don this whole season. So I'm good with that. But you cannot also be a Targaryen and a damn Bolton, sir. You can't be all the things.
Oh, Bran made it so because he's everything.
Bran can't be all the damn things either. I really dislike that theory.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I'm not down for it.
What was the question after all this madness here?
What's Mal doing in Essos? But Ion made a good point. Ion said, what if she's bringing a contingent of red priestesses and they all make shadow babies and send them after the White Walkers?
Cool. I would cringe because
I've
only seen one way to make a shadow baby, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
But here's the thing, if Euron in the show is like going to be like a warlock, wouldn't it be good if she gets priestess and whatnot and just to battle Euron?
Yeah, but I don't think they're going that way.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going Euron as a warlock. I think they've left the warlocks. They're not coming back.
But they gotta explain the storm thing.
Yeah, they're not coming back for it.
They might show him with some type of magical element, but it's not gonna be as deep as we know it will be in the books. Like in the books, yeah, he's a fucking nightmare of a collection of warlocks and all types of shit that he's putting together. But for the show, nah. I mean, he really only had that one good scene coming down looking like crazy ass Jack Sparrow any other time.
Yeah, comparing him to Jack Sparrow.
No, okay.
No.
Do I need to say it again, AK? Do I need to say it again?
Don't bring him up. Don't bring him up. No.
Euron is the
no. No.
It's my channel.
Plus, I want to hear this.
Euron is the Forever 21 knockoff version of Captain Hook from Once Upon a Time.
Fuck Hook.
That I can agree.
You would agree.
And I actually like what Ion just said. Ion said Euron is the pirate of the Hot Topic Caribbean, which also makes sense.
So true. Like, I don't know. Like, it looks like he lost like a lot of weight. Either that or he just had so much clothing or whatever up in the Iron Islands, you know. He just coming with skinny jeans and like, I'm like, what?
His clothes do not fit the show. They are literally from Forever 21, and I can find them on the website.
Like
they
when
do not fit the show.
When Euron was in that battle, that's the only real element of Euron from the book that I've seen. Any other time, though, he's just running. He looks like Theon's older brother, not like Balon's little brother. His whole look just is not accurate for that part. And they really couldn't afford an eye patch.
Really?
Somebody could have made.
It's just an eye patch. Like, is this eye patch supposed to help him out in any type of way?
Yes,
We are not discussing any leaks or anything, just random theories that people have put up online.
No leaks whatsoever. We are just giving our opinions on what theories we've seen out there and what we think might happen. No leaks whatsoever.
Exactly.
So back to this eye patch. Is it powerful? Could it kill a dragon? Could it do something?
But it doesn't make sense, BBM. Like, he has an eye patch in the book.
It's just an eye patch.
$2.
Okay,
$2.
Oh my gosh.
Get the eye patch then. He still should only have one eye. He is Euron Crow's eye.
Yep.
Even if he didn't.
Did they mention he's a Crow's eye on the show though?
He is the storm, so that like automatically by default means he is all those other things that he said. He is the storm. He brings the storm.
You know, the show could have like easily fixed that by in this battle in episode 2, we could have just like lost an eye, and then bam, I could have had a beautiful eye patch from Hot Topic.
Candy thinks John is gonna die next episode. No,
I think he's probably gonna be hurt because going up there. I mean, I don't want to say.
The Walking Dead dumpster that saved Glenn is spotted on set. He's gonna die and come back. And like, oh, he's dead, and then like,
I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's probably definitely going to get hurt, but I don't think he'll die again because seriously, why? Just why?
So,
it's primetime TV, of course. They're gonna ride that out.
Hold on. So while we're on the topic, because I know that the Hypes Watch brought this up the other day. So of the 7, I'm going to get your opinion of it. Who's coming back?
Who's coming back?
Of the 7 that went, who's coming back?
John, I think, is definitely going to come back.
Yes.
I want to say the Hound, just because the Hound's a tough bastard. And I'll say the same for Tormund as well. I am going to guess that Gendry may make it back. I think he might be hurt as well, though, but I think he'll make it back. Thoros, I don't know that I see too much more need for him. I think he could die. Beric has died how many times already? I don't think it'd be a big deal if he shoved off now. Who else was in that group?
Lord of the Friend Zone.
Lord of the Friend Zone. I hope he dies. I want him to be the red shirt that falls first. Seriously. Ugh. Like this whole plan, I don't want to say it's completely dumb, but I think they could have planned it out better. Because how else would they have done what they were trying to do? Bring one of the dead. They have to do something, I guess. So I don't want to say it's completely stupid, but they should have planned a bit better. And Jon definitely should not have just went straight to Eastwatch. I think he should have touched base at Winterfell a little bit first, and so he can,
Because I want to see that Jon Snow and Arya reunion.
No, not even for Arya or Bran reunion. So he could get them lords all the way together and see what bullshit is going on in his castle, handle that shit, and then take some more fighters with him north of the Wall. That's what I think he should have done. The reunion would have just been a little tidbit on the side.
BBM, who do you think's coming back? Who do you think's dying out there?
I'm gonna agree.
No, look at this
real quick before you answer. I'm gonna agree with Don Willie. Don Willie is not dying the next episode. I do believe he is confirmed he'll survive.
Don Willie, you have to survive. What would we do without you?
The salty Lord cannot die.
Mm-hmm. He needs to be alive so that he can tell the world he is the last Targaryen. But back to the topic of who, like for me, I'm like, who do I not care about living? So I can see Gendry dying. I don't care about him. Let's see. Beric. No, it's like, could he give the kiss of life to someone? It's like he did that in the books. Or maybe he's like needed again. With Thoros, in case you need to bring, which we'll call it, something. But even then, if he dies, I really wouldn't care, so he can die. So the Hound, yeah, we need to bring him so he can kill his brother. Jon die, and then he'd be brought back to life by Beric for all we know. Probably come back. Who else? Jorah. Well, I'm like 50-50 on Jorah. He can die, and I can still care. But then, Dany, she needs like some type of person with a sword, so bring him back. Am I missing someone?
So it's the Hound, Gendry, Jon, Tormund, Jorah.
Oh, Tormund, yeah, that's like the last one I think I missed out. Yeah, Tormund, and bring him back. Because if they don't, or have him and Bree hook up, then maybe he should have just simply died. So if it's somehow he hooks up with Bree, okay, bring him back. If they don't plan for that on the show, kill him off.
Okay, so my thoughts on the whole thing is, like Candy just said, you cannot bring Gendry back and kill him off on the next episode. Some of us need eye candy.
Yes, you can kill him. You got Jon Snow. There you go. You even got friend zone Jorah. You got Jorah, who's all lonely. Give him someone to love.
Dies now too.
Jorah's ass needs to stop touching shit still because it's still contagious.
Please, he kissed the hand of Dany, so for all we know, it's already being spread.
You know what? I just wanna put a little tidbit in. I was really happy when he and Dany had that little moment. He looked like he thought that she was gonna kiss him, and then she curbed him with the friend zone hug. I thought that was fucking gold. Fuck Jorah.
No, it was before that when she said, "Oh, that's a friend." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Like, a friend. Yes, Lord of the Friend Zone. You said
yes.
The moment you said, I was like, "Really?"
Toss them jealous eyes at Jon all you want. You still ain't getting shit.
He is Lord of the Friend Zone for life.
Oh, creepy.
So, anyways,
he needs to recruit Mira because apparently Bran friend zoned her. So it's like now he has a member.
Okay, but
maybe that's what you should do. Just go and recruit her.
Actually had a reason, and I don't like it, but I get it. Jorah is just a creepy dude creeping on a fucking little girl. Come on, man.
yes, this is
not on the show. She's old enough.
She was still young as fuck.
okay. He's like in his 40s. She's in her teens.
Come on, son.
But that's in the books, though. In the
No,
show,
in the show, she's like 17.
Like 16.
well, that's okay, though, ain't it? Like, back in those times, like, women got married younger than that, so it's
He's
kind of
still,
the norm.
He's still old enough to be her father. That's gross.
Love, you can't put
Oh,
age on it in that
him.
time.
She doesn't love him.
stop hating on Jorah with our hate.
You can't define love.
You are not the only one that can throw salt and shade, damn it. No, I will not stop hating on Jorah.
I swear last season he was calling Jorah Lord of the Friend Zone for the whole season.
Because there's still hope.
That's where I got it from.
Once you snipe.
Exactly, Lord of the Friend Zone. You coined that title, sir. Own that shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I have issues with John Aaron too. I have big issues not only with John Aaron really, but with Hoster Tully. He set all that shit up, and I didn't like it. I don't like it. Not at all.
John Aaron, Hoster Tully, what about them? Why
John
did you
Aaron,
like them?
when he married Lysa,
Oh,
Lysa was also just a teenager, and he was older than Jorah. So yeah, I ain't like that shit either.
y'all didn't say shit about Rhaegar. What do we have to say shit about Rhaegar for?
Because he was a grown-ass man that married a 15-year-old.
He wasn't grown ass like 40. He was like 20-something.
He was still a grown-ass man, and it was still nasty. I like Rhaegar, don't get me wrong. I like him, but he was still a grown-ass man, and that was nasty.
I don't see a problem between teen years and 20s as much as I see a problem between teen years and like 60.
I bet you if Gendry was still in his 20-something-year-old body, you wouldn't care about damn age, though, would you?
I'm gonna need you to stop trolling, sir. You know damn well Lyanna was not kidnapped.
What about Gendry? What about Gendry, Vivian?
If Gendry was 60 and still had his sort of teenage body, you wouldn't say anything.
No, probably not. You're right.
Exactly.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Eli's here.
Eli Neris.
I have my argument partner back.
Dude, you should tap Eli. You should tap Eli. Can I send him the link?
Yes, you can. Eli,
get your ass on here.
Don Willie, we don't know that he made his older kids bastards yet. We're not sure.
I think that was even though it's in the Maester book and it's probably not written that that it was any opinion that Elia may have had on it, but I feel like Elia would have agreed with that shit.
Okay, so
wasn't able to have any more kids. I don't think she had a problem with him going to Lyanna.
Yeah, let's discuss this actually, because I've been wanting to
see what goes on.
My
link, hit it up.
Timo's here too. I gave you notification, woman. Woman, I gave you the notification. I told you yesterday.
Ooh.
Now, YouTube been crazy though with those notifications. Like during mid-stream, I saw the notification. I'm like, what? Yeah. That's like the moment you see your YouTuber like do like an event, immediately you gotta click reminder, because the reminder immediately tells you, and then later on the notification will decide whether or not.
Notifications are the worst on YouTube. Let me just tell you, I never get notifications.
Yeah, even when you click the bell.
Yeah.
YouTube is on some like next shit. I don't know what they did.
It's like if you have it on your phone as an app, the app on the phone will actually tell you. Sometimes I'm just not looking at my phone for that, so it's like I'm just waiting for my laptop notification to boost up, but it does. But now it's like crazy. And then for people who rarely live stream, I get their notifications the moment they stream. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Timo just said you can't tell me yesterday and expect me to know today.
Well, when am I supposed to tell you?
Timo, come out them cups a little bit, please.
So wait, let's discuss this whole Elia Rhaegar thing, because I guess from my opinion, it's a little bit different, but oh no, his name can't be Aegon, Don Willie. No, his name has to be Aemon, like Aemon.
Either Aemon or Jaehaerys. I don't know why people think his name should be Aegon. He already had a son named Aegon.
Exactly. I think at least in the show side, the book was a little bit more cryptic about it. It wasn't as much. The show showed us the relationship between Aemon and Jon and Aemon and Rhaegar, and that would be my reasoning why Rhaegar would call his son Aemon, because he had that relationship with him. He sent him letters. He spoke with him. He was one of the only Targaryens to do so, which is why I think Jon's real name is Aemon. Because he already had a son named Aegon. He can't have two.
Yeah, it really makes no sense that he would name another son Aegon.
No.
And people are always like, well, you know, Aegon died. Okay, but Rhaegar didn't know the boy was going to die when Jon was born. So that still makes no damn sense. Aemon, I could agree with. Jaehaerys, I could agree with.
Yeah, I don't like Jaehaerys, but I don't like the Jaehaerys name. I really think it is Aemon, but that's my own thing. But getting back to the Rhaegar and Elia thing, I really think that obviously the show we never got the tourney of Harrenhal. We never got what we have from the books about Elia's feelings, like from Oberyn of Dorne, like in the books, that it's far more in depth. Oberyn talks more about how they take lovers and they don't care about marriage and they have paramours and all this stuff, and bastards aren't bastards, they're, you know, whatever. I think that because in the books we got so much of that and we never got that really in the show in depth, I think they had to go with something because they never gave Elia's story. So they had to give us an annulment because we never got that whole discussion about how Elia really would have been okay with it. She couldn't have had children. They made a point of saying she can't have any more kids. She would die. Mm-hmm. He knew he wanted more kids. And she was from Dorne, for God's sakes. Look at Oberyn. Oberyn's had affairs with God knows how many people. Who's his wife? He doesn't have a wife. He's just got bastards. So I'm pretty sure she would have been perfectly okay with it because that was her.
Why else would Dorne have let him hide out with his new chick in Dorne?
Why else would no one in Dorne have one bad thing to say about Ned Stark?
Exactly.
Why would a Dane name their kid after Ned Stark if Ned Stark was the enemy?
The one thing we ever hear Oberyn say, I mean, and he understands it, but Elia's his sister. So, of course, he's going to say, you know, he left my sister for a girl from the North with ice in her veins. And that's just how people view the North. That's not really an insult. That's just how everyone in the realm sees the North. He has no bad vibes towards the Starks at all. At least not as far as we've seen. So I'm pretty sure, and Elia and Oberyn were very close. So I'm pretty sure Oberyn probably knew what was going down too.
Probably
not. She probably didn't tell him a whole lot about the prophecy because I don't think Oberyn would pay attention to that. But I think he knew that, you know, his sister couldn't have any more kids, and Elia's understanding of what's happening, and I think Oberyn's gonna understand that shit too.
Don Willie just said Oberyn, Robert, and Rhaegar, the baby daddies of Westeros.
Right?
That'll make a good BT series right there.
I would say like all of them except Rhaegar making the 8 and shit. Oberyn definitely made the 8. He probably made the 8 like twice.
Yeah, probably more. And Robert had what? 16 kids? That was the prophecy given?
16 that we know of.
Yeah, 16.
That was the prophecy given, but it's Robert. I think he had more than that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Timo, no, we've had this discussion. I just told you. His wife was from Dorne. She did not give...
And that boy's name is not Aegon.
No, there is no Aegon baby.
Stop trolling, Timo.
Oh, God. It's like me...
In the chat, that's what's happening.
Me and Timo were having an argument yesterday. I accidentally left caps on, and she thought I was yelling at her. I was not yelling. I swear, I love you. I just got lazy to rewrite the whole thing. So, you know.
Yeah, Don Willie, I have not been looking at anybody's things about the leaks that they've been putting out.
Nope.
And I was tempted earlier to watch the episode, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna wait until Sunday and actually give a for real good reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the episodes have been going up and down, so I honestly feel like this one is gonna leave me feeling like it's a bit lackluster. But I am looking forward to see what happens beyond the wall.
This like has to be like the hard home, you know, the Battle of the Bastards like type of feel, since it's like episode 6.
Yeah.
So that's like something grand, and then it may like be like a falling action or something settling almost every story. Episode 7, unless they're gonna be hitting us like, you know, last season where it was just like bam after bam.
Eli
Daenerys has joined the panel. Took you long enough, damn it.
You're lucky I'm here. I'm sick, so I don't want to hear it.
You look exactly the same as you always look, like you just came out from the werewoods.
Well, I did.
Of course you did.
Well, now we can put on the Danny theories now that Eli has came on.
Wait, I have to say one thing. So Don Willie said if Littlefinger dies without his treachery being exposed, I'm giving this episode a 1.
You know what? I see you on that. I see you, and I will raise you, and I will give it a -0.5.
I don't think
people need to know this man has been doing fuck shit since season 1, episode 1.
I don't think he's dying next episode, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna.
At least Bran knows. Bran does know. So maybe after, if he survives the whole Night King, and she might just tell everyone everything.
I'm pretty sure
Arya can just be brain dead and not remember anything.
I'm pretty sure we have to have Arya find out first, and then he will die the episode or episodes after following that. So
Tom Willie said he's gonna go with a -10.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did episode 5 prove that Daenerys is expendable? Think about it. We established Jon has a connection with Drogon, not only just the dragons, but Drogon himself. And he's, you know, technically the rightful heir.
Yeah.
You know.
Everyone is expendable.
I don't think.
I think Eli means like we should just dump Danny off.
I know what Eli.
Yeah.
I'm just saying everybody's expendable.
I don't think everyone's expendable in the story. I think that there are a core group of characters that are not expendable. I think that includes Dany, Jon, Cersei, Arya, and to a point, there's a couple minor players that would play in there. Sansa, Davos, Tyrion. But I think Bran is like we've already established Bran is everything.
Exactly.
Bran cannot be all the things.
Bran is everything.
All the things.
Bran is secretly Don Willie. They are everything.
No, Bran is the end game. I mean, he's the first chapter in the books.
I don't think he's the end game. Honestly, I think
it has to be him.
Telling
Gilly what to write down. All those POVs, everything.
I don't think it'll be Bran.
What BBM just said, how he said it though, makes sense. But go ahead.
I don't think it'll be Bran. I think something will happen to Bran trying to do something to protect the people he loves, but that's besides the point. That's just my ideas. That comes
Bran
to my
don't
head.
even love anyone right now.
What?
I said Bran don't even love anyone right now. How can he protect someone he loves?
He does love his family. He's just robot love.
I think damn it, you George R. R. Martin now too.
It's just simply like Bran just got touched with the wrong type of werewood that got expired or something. I don't know. One time Eli had it, and he went tripping. So it's like maybe he just touched on the wrong werewood tree, and then now he's just like
he got the bunk werewood.
Yeah. The problem is he didn't have his tolerance up to a high enough level.
Right, yeah, he's got to catch up. I think I don't think the robot Bran is going to last, or at least that's my hope. I think that he is going to find a balance within himself. He's going to balance the force, and then he'll be a little bit more human Bran again.
I see it one of two ways. either they're going somewhere with it, or Isaac Hempstead Reth, whatever his name is just a garbage actor now that he's older.
I don't think he's a garbage actor. You can't go from being
really
great.
got any lines or anything. Like
Timo said Bran fucked with some lace shit.
either that or like either Arya or Sansa or Jon. If someone has to like die that's important to him, and he's gonna like just snap and be like, okay, what's wrong?
I think it's Mira.
No, that could be a good setup.
Mira's been through so much already. Leave Mira alone.
But I think her death or her leaving will be the catalyst to him.
But she's already gone. He already said bye, bitch, bye.
I know.
Not those exact words, but with that sentiment behind it.
I know, but I think once she's gone, he's going to realize that he has no one that understands him. Hodor is not there. You know, she's not there. Jojen's not there. No one gets
really?
him.
He's just going to reply with Hodor. Is that all that's needed? Just someone to say Hodor to him?
But he'll be lonely because no one gets him. No one understands what he's been through.
Well, if he would talk and tell them what he's been through, they might understand. He's being all and shit right now.
Who's he gonna tell? Sansa didn't even believe that Arya had a list.
Then he should talk to Arya then, since she thinks she knows it all.
Arya just came back.
Arya is steeped in magic too. He needs to sit and have more than 5 minutes of a round table around that damn tree with them. That's what needs to happen.
Give Arya a minute. She's got it. She just came back. Give her a minute.
Fuck that.
She's
we have to give her a minute.
She's dealing with Littlefinger.
You know how I feel about Arya. She's dealing with Littlefinger in a really fucked up way. Honestly,
you don't know that.
She needs to look at the whole big picture. She's got television right now. That's a problem.
Maybe she is looking at the whole picture, and you just don't.
Yeah, well, you know what? When she was in Bravos, we thought that she might have been looking at the whole picture. And what happened? She got herself stabbed the fuck up.
This is true.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at her pattern. I love the girl, but I need her to be wiser.
Yes.
I'm not digging the whole Winterfell storyline this season.
They are fucking up with my Starks again.
They need to leave the Starks alone.
They've been through enough.
Yeah, I've been hitting on the Lannisters, and now you got precious Starks.
No, BBM. I don't hate all of the Lannisters. Just Cersei. I like Jaime and Tyrion. It's just Cersei.
Oh, that's towards AK and Eli mostly. But
none of them but Tyrion. And even as of late, Tyrion is getting on my nerves too.
Jaime is a certified badass, but Cersei is like the most infuriating character in the entire series. So it's like a really big trade-off.
I just need her to die.
Yeah, I kind of
had to be in the camera laughing at BBM.
Wow, really?
Poor BBM.
I'm just waiting for that confirmation that she actually has a child, so I can get all the damn video clips and like put a compilation just saying like, oh, see, she is pregnant.
No, I do.
I still don't think so.
Qyburn was talking to her about something like, I can give you something to fix that or some shit when Jaime was walking in the room.
Speaking of Qyburn, that damn scene when Jaime walked in talking about what's he doing here, she was like, he's Hand of the King. What are you doing here? I thought that I giggled a whole lot at that point.
She did.
I thought it was quite hilarious.
She did.
Still hilarious. Like, I don't know. At one point, I actually thought that Qyburn was like really sleeping with Cersei with those coming in and out. I'm like,
ew.
But then again, he's the Hand of the King, though. But come on, don't say ill when you know Cersei's track record. Thank you. Like I said, it's her track record, so you really can't be surprised.
It's out of King's Landing, so yeah, I wouldn't.
Hold on. With Cersei's track record, BBM, how do you love her so much? Look at her track record.
He's trapped in the vagina nebula. See what he said?
Some people want to go with Jon, but Jon been with like a wildling, and we don't even know what Ingrid had.
Jon's been with one person.
My point
who could have had? Who we even know how much like Ingrid has done?
No.
She seems to be knowing a lot of things about caves.
You're comparing that to Cersei, really?
Mm-hmm.
No. My point.
Look at your face. Your face says everything. You know that logic.
My point isn't what Cersei has, because we don't know if STDs exist. My point is,
if grayscale exists, I think STDs exist.
STDs do exist in that world.
okay, so my point is, never mind STDs. Everybody Cersei has been with is either dead or severely injured. Jaime lost his arm. Robert died. Who else has she been with in the show? Because the books are different. But everyone in the books is either in prison or dead.
You know, if I go down, I go down in blaze of glory. So
I don't even know why you tried to pull that up, Sam. It wasn't gonna do no good.
You want
Broke
to
is like
die?
Jaime. He knows that Cersei is just the most horrible person ever, but he can't.
you act like no one in Game of Thrones have done something shady, though. Like, come on.
So everything about her is just shady. That's it. No, Blue Tick Gaming. We have not watched the leak, so we will not be discussing any spoilers. Thank you for asking first, though. I appreciate
No spoilers, please.
Thank you very much for asking.
I'm going to move on, and BBM is going to get mad at me again like he did earlier because he thinks I'm a crazy person for subscribing to this damn theory. But what do you all think about the theory that Gendry is really the true-born son of Robert and Cersei?
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. No.
I
You don't
see it
need no
happening.
filthy Baratheon blood mixed with Lannister blood. That's if Cersei's a damn Lannister, but we don't need that to be floating around, you know, just end it.
Filthy Baratheon blood.
Yeah, we don't need no Baratheon blood.
Bannerman.
I'm sorry. I don't need that.
I don't think that'll happen, but I hope it does just because of what Broke just said.
Right. Just for reasons so it could smack Broke in the face.
Because the Baratheons, it would be the Baratheon blood in the Lannister line would be the best thing that ever happened to the Lannisters.
Oh.
But that still ain't Jaime mixing with it. That's Cersei, though. So it's both Cersei and Robb. So, and you hate Cersei. I don't know.
I have subscribed to that theory ever since I heard LaDonna break it down. And I think it's very plausible that it happens.
I think that
I hope that's what happens. I don't think it will on the show, though.
Simply from just LaDonna explaining that theory, and I don't always agree with her, but I love her theories, and I love the in-depthness she goes into them. Mm-hmm. I simply love that theory so much. I think it makes sense that a Baratheon bastard would be the one helping, you know, with the Targaryens. It makes sense to me. It's Aegon come again.
It's what I've been saying from the very beginning since I started doing videos with people on YouTube. This whole world runs in circles. We are seeing history repeat itself. This is not the first long night, and I don't think it will be the last long night. At some point in time, this shit's going to happen all over again.
I wholeheartedly agree.
That's why I think in the end, it's just going to be another shitty king on the throne like Robert. Or just like another king who doesn't care. Full circle.
No, I think they'll change it this time. I think
he has that like trippy dream, whatever. Season 2 goes in, she's like everything destroyed. So it's like even if she does become queen, it's going to be Queen of Ashes. Period.
Was it actually?
I don't know. It could be ash or snow that's falling.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Was it actual ash or was it snow falling in King's Landing? Because I took it as snow.
I think it's a mix of both. Because if you look up at the walls, the tower looks like it's breaking down. I think it's a mix of ash and snow.
I think it's just snow. I didn't see the tower crumbling, but I simply thought it was just snow.
The area behind the throne.
Mm-hmm.
The entire ceiling of the throne room is
the whole thing was busted out
and destroyed.
It's simply put, it's like if you even acquire the Iron Throne, it doesn't matter because the Night King's going to come and destroy everything, wipe everyone out.
I think winter is definitely going to hit the south. I question whether the Night King will get all the way south, though. I would say he there's a chance of him getting as far as the Isle of Faces, but I don't think it'll go past that. The north, I don't think is going to stop him. They're going to be a help. They're going to hold him up for a little bit, but eventually they're going to have to retreat south.
Yeah.
North is fucked. in other words.
Yeah, pretty much. I hate to say it because I love the North, but yeah, they're getting ransacked.
I think they're going to be in deep trouble until those dragons come to help the cause.
All those caves and tunnels that we know.
How do we not know the Night King even has anything to even like kill a dragon? Like, we don't even know how powerful he truly is.
Well, if he gets a dragon, then he can fight a dragon.
Sure.
I think
could he just like does he have the ability to like warg into things though? Or that's no.
I think he only has the ability to warg into the risen.
Yeah, he's a necromancer first and foremost. I think he does.
Just make sure he just kills the damn dragon. Then it's a game.
But yeah, and he a dragon can be killed. I mean, Braun fucked it up, but dragons can be killed if he gets a good shot off and he hits a eyeball. Then that's a wrap.
Or it goes into that theory that I'm subscribed to, where there's a damn dragon in the damn wall, dead, and that's the reason why it's probably gonna be coming down. He knows it's in there.
No, I don't.
Because he knows.
I don't think there's a fourth dragon. I don't think it makes sense simply because of what we talked about earlier. It's either 3s or 7s. So I don't think 4 dragons fit into this story. It's got to be 3. Unless they mean that 3 dragons have to be alive, but technically this one is dead.
No, I think. Real quick, Daniel, if that's just your opinion, kudos. Thank you for coming in and joining us. But if you have watched the leak, we're not discussing any leaks, so please do not put any in the chat. You will.
Who was talking about this? What did I miss?
Newcomer in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, please don't talk. I'm gonna make it a point of saying it again. Please don't talk about the leaks. We're not here to talk about the leaks. This is simply just theory discussion.
With the stop it.
It's so true though. Probably the wall is filled with people white or something. And that'll be just even more of an army for the damn Night's King.
There are werewolves.
Just make it plausible. Just make it possible, because like having that river frozen around Eastwatch is making us all think like, okay, why does the wall need to come down? Has to be something in that wall. Unless you just have a vendetta against the walls or just wants to like break everything down. Like,
the only thing that I know for sure are in the walls are those what is it, like 79 sentinels or something or other that got put in there as punishment for trying to desert the wall. And there are werewolves also that have that were in there as well.
Danny's like right though. It's like unless the 3 white giants can like gang up and like kill a dragon, like
they'd have to get a dragon on the ground first.
That's the thing. Like
they have, if they have like those bows, the bow and arrows that the giants were using at the Battle of the Wall. If one of them has that, they have the potential definitely to hit a dragon in the eye.
Yeah, I just want to see a fucking giant jump up and grab a dragon out of the sky.
Well, not the Hulk. They're giants, but they're not the Hulk. I don't think they have that capability.
We don't know.
They're not big enough. The dragons are way too big. But
no, BBM. If they had that
could be though,
they would have used it at the Battle of the Wall.
Hold on, but have we seen the giants ever move quickly? Because as far as I've seen, they're very slow.
Well, those whites though, like they ran like pretty fast, and I don't think a human runs that fast though. So,
yeah, like
I don't know.
If the white giants act like the white humans, then the white giants are going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, they could easily scale the wall, very easily.
Do you think a giant could ride one of the dragons at this point? You think the dragons are big enough?
Drogon's a big bastard.
Drogon's not dying. Let's be clear here. It's one of the other two, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Viserion or Viserion.
Yeah, that's what I said on Teflon show. I think if it happens, it's going to be Viserion.
I'm just saying hypothetically. I don't think that's going to actually happen.
Hypothetically, Eli, Drogon would be the only one big enough, and Drogon's not dying, so no.
Yeah.
Fuck Drogon.
Leave Drogon alone. Leave the animals alone. No shit.
They're a mythical dragon. They're just mythical creatures, so they don't get a pass.
Hold on.
Normal animals do.
Hold on.
Said it the best. Go ahead.
Hold on. No shit talking about dragons, direwolves, lions, tigers, bears, oh my, no shit talking about the animals.
I'll never shit talk about
But direwolves die left and right. We need a dragon to die.
I cry when the direwolves die. I don't want any more.
I love the direwolf. I
die.
just don't like the dragons.
And look, the children. I think it was
Just one dragon though.
One
Come
of
on,
them.
don't be greedy.
Who it was.
Don't be greedy. There's 3. There's just 3.
They
No one
said
dies.
that all of the magical creatures at some point in time are going to die out. The children, they know that they're going to die out. The dragons are going to die out. They said the direwolves will outlast us all, but eventually they'll be gone too, which is very fucking sad to think about, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen eventually.
Do you guys think the Stark direwolves are the last direwolves? Or do you think there's tons more beyond the wall?
I think we haven't
say that there are more beyond the wall,
but we haven't seen any, and we've been beyond the wall.
Yeah, we've never seen them, even in the books.
Yeah.
You never know. Like, for we know, they're like in that army with the Night King. You know, we already saw the giants. We didn't expect to see them. We're going to see Summer. We're going to see Hodor.
No.
They're not Summer and Hodor no more.
It's folly to think that the possibility isn't there. I don't want to see that happen, but it's very possible that we catch an undead Hodor.
You don't want to see that happening.
Daniel
Really?
McGuire, we talked about this earlier, is Dany becoming the Mad Queen? I personally believe that it's Cersei that's becoming the Mad Queen. I personally think there's only room for one Mad King or Queen in the story, so I think it's only going to be Cersei, and I think her counterpart will be Euron. I think Dany and Jon, I think they're making it appear as if Dany's going mad, but I don't think Dany's going mad. She doesn't know what she's doing. She needs someone to guide her. And Tyrion's trying his best, but he's one person.
Yeah, I agree. It's like Cersei may just be like the Mad Queen, but then with propaganda, is just going to point that Dany's the actual Mad Queen. But
yeah.
Hold on.
I think Daenerys is half mad.
Blue Tick Gaming just put something up. He said, I think White Walkers and the Whites should have already reached the wall, but I think they are just randomly walking wherever they go. For me, it's like they don't have any purpose. I think that he is trying to just scoop up as many more in the White Army that he can.
But it's not like act like there's not many people dying left and right already on the other side of the wall.
I mean, for some
it's
reason,
like the moment he comes there, it's like, are they going to be like raising up the dead like crazy?
It's possible.
I don't know.
It's possible.
Because what's that Hardhome episode? It's like you can just come in, raise his hands, done.
Being at Hardhome, I honestly thought they would have already reached the wall, but he's not there yet. So there has to be something that he's up there doing.
It's just the wall itself. It's the wall itself. Like his wall is like doing something that's just postponing him, if anything.
Daniel again, he said he thinks Cersei will become the Night's Queen and Dany will become the Mad Queen. I don't think Cersei's ever becoming the Night's Queen. I don't think that's even plausible in the story.
It could happen.
She's not
her track record.
Hold on.
If she needs to survive this long night, she has to get down with the Night's
BBM. We said it earlier. She's not going north, and the White Walkers are not reaching King's Landing.
That and Cersei is not giving up her free will.
No.
Again, she's going to marry, get that power, and then just shank the Night King. Bam! She killed the mighty Robert with her plan. So,
way more likely Dany would be the Night's Queen.
I think it's more likely that Dany would become the Night's Queen, and I don't even think that's possible.
Or
I think it's going to be Melisandre. I still think it's going to be Melisandre.
Pacquiao said it could be Arya that could be the Night.
No.
That was only because she was going to take someone's face to do that.
Me and AU had it out with the Arya thing. Arya is not becoming the Night's Queen. No. That won't happen for Arya. She now has a Valyrian steel dagger. She'll kill a bitch.
Which is exactly why AU came up with that theory. She has the weapon now. She just needs the face.
Yes, but
I don't like it, but it's plausible.
Me and AU came up with this. Me and AU discussed this before she got the dagger. So the theory I heard was a little bit different. I do subscribe to Mel becoming the Night's Queen, although I don't like it. I think I can see that happening. I also don't like it, but I can see Sansa becoming the Night's Queen. I think my top 3, I guess, for Night's Queen-esque becoming Night's Queen in the show would be Sansa, Mel, and Dany. But I don't like any of them, really.
I agree
I
with
don't
that.
think there's a Night's Queen in the show.
Sorry, Eli?
So I don't think there's going to be a Night's Queen in the show.
Me either.
Maybe even in the books. Who knows?
I'm just calling back to that figurine that Martin had made of Mel looking like the Night Queen. That's why I think Melisandre.
That could be book only, though.
True, very true.
You know. Okay, so do you guys want to move on? Do you want to keep discussing White Walkers?
Now, also another one. What'd you say, Eli?
I just want to point out that the place where Bran is like spying on the Night's King in this episode with the Ravens is the same place we see Jon in, like, you know, the Magnificent Seven or whatever, running to that rock in the middle of like that big open snowy.
Yep.
It's the same place.
Yep.
I think that's the same place that the Hound saw in his vision also.
Yeah, it's the Night's King. It's also the same place the Children of the Forest made the Night's King.
Oh, sure.
That's true.
Yeah. Behind that tree. Yep.
I think the Night's King is a green seer, and he's like, in a way, like almost leading Jon out there.
I've heard people posit that he was a green seer. I don't think that he was a green seer, but he definitely has some magical element in him, and I think he had that before the children turned him, and that's why he was able to go against their magic and think for himself.
That's my main reason for thinking he's a Stark, even though now I've kind of switched to maybe he's a Targaryen. But my main theory for thinking he's a Stark is because clearly he has the ability to warg. And the only people we're aware of that can warg in the story are the Starks.
Right, like Night's King is like a warg on crack, like
pretty much.
But he could green see though. Again, it's like, what if he just greens before he even began all of this madness? Maybe just simply just green seeing something in the future, and he's probably just preparing for that epic battle. And everyone thinks that he's here to just destroy everything.
Well, see, and that's the thing. We don't know what his actual intentions are. I think that there's a whole lot more culture behind the White Walkers than we've been shown.
Because, like, then, well, show-wise, it's like they created the White Walkers because of man. So it's like, again, is man just screwing up again? So they're just here to just wipe it out and just start all over, you know?
I mean, really, we don't even know that they don't have, like, they could, the Night's King could still have his same human mind. And he was just, like, possessed to, like, fight, you know, his own people. And then he's like, you know, when he finally was able to break away, he's like, no, I'm going to go rogue because they hate me and they hate me. You know, he's like, I'm going to fight all of you.
I blame the Andals.
Yeah, me too.
I think the first men and the children had the pact, and then the Andals came over, but the children didn't really know that there was a distinction between the first men and the Andals. They just saw men killing them again. So then they created the White Walkers.
It's all Jorah's fault.
Because he keeps touching shit. He just needs to go ahead, put that red shirt on, and go die.
Hey, there's a connection. The Night King, he touches the babies to make the White Walkers. Hey, confirmed.
Take that tinfoil hat off, sir.
This is not Tinfoil Thursday.
It's bleeding into tinfoil, though. Like,
no?
Like, we didn't even touch on the Littlefinger marrying, like, Cersei, though.
Yes, that's what I was actually getting to next. So, what are your thoughts on Littlefinger? And I heard this theory, and I thought it would be good since BBM is joining us. Littlefinger marrying Cersei. What is everyone's thoughts? Chat, please give your opinions, guys.
Eli, I'm going to let you go first on this one.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, too. I don't see that happening at all.
For me, I can see it happening in the show if Littlefinger is like going to be like prolonging the political thing. Because the show-wise, it looks like they're just trying to like cut off the political part and just go dive into like the White Walkers. So it's like, if in the books he loses his grip on Sansa, he has to do something. And the right thing to do is possibly just team up with Cersei, like try to redo it. Because once she finds out about like him trying to like team up with Sansa. He has to like come up with a way to like maneuver out of it, because like she does, again, like Daniel like brought it up earlier. It's like she does need an army right now against Dany and all of her other threat. Besides her getting the Golden Company, it's like she still like kind of like needs forces. So if she marries Littlefinger, who has the veil right now, in a sense, like it makes sense, book wise.
Those wedding vows would be awkward as fuck. He'll be like, "I'll never lie to you, my grace," even though I hear that.
This goes both ways.
Can I just say thank you to Ion for informing everyone of which theory we're on? Thank you so much for the amazing little emoji-clad topic. I love them.
And I agree with that, Candy. Littlefinger knows Cersei's vagina is cursed.
It's true.
BBM, you are being poisoned.
But he got call it the cursed place anyway.
We're trying to help you and save you, good sir.
But it's good though. Like everyone must be up there and it's like going towards it, so it has to be good before death.
Oh, good.
Oh dear God! Like no.
Next subject.
So the next subject is: do you see Jon and Dany marrying simply to produce the Song of Ice and Fire? Not a child. I'm not saying a child. I'm saying produce the Pact of Ice and Fire. There was talk of this pact before. This is obviously book side of it, but there was this talk of this pact that never was fulfilled. And if Rhaegar and Lyanna married, then it was fulfilled, but it was fulfilled differently than what it was supposed to be. They would be the joining of ice and fire. He literally is the North. She literally is the Dragon Queen. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, I think Jon's already a child of ice and fire, and really, if you go back into the histories, Dany is a child of ice and fire also.
Yes, you can marry your aunt, Daniel. It's not frowned upon.
Who can't you marry? Come on.
Who can't? Okay, so this is
can't marry his brother and sister, really.
No, this is what I've learned from the world of Ice and Fire. The only marriages that are like prohibited in the Targaryen way of life. This is not the Seven. This is the Targaryen way. Before the Seven was you cannot marry parent to child. You cannot marry sibling to sibling.
Yeah, cousins, aunts, and nephews, or uncles. And
the Targaryens did marry sibling to sibling, and that's how they got the flip of a coin.
Yeah, and the Targaryen madness.
Yeah. So beforehand, they weren't marrying sibling to sibling. They were marrying like cousins and whatever. But because they had no choice at some point, there wasn't enough kids or whatnot left. They had to marry to keep the line pure or something. At the end of the day, it shouldn't have happened. But aunts, uncles, cousins, all perfectly fine.
Oh, shit. Wait. When is that happening, Don Willie?
I just saw that too. Like,
oh,
Uno and the Don will clash
on the Don.
I want to see that. Write it on a calendar and let me know the dates. I will be there.
Yes, I need to see that. Okay, but what are your thoughts, guys? So let's start with Eli. Eli, Dany and Jon marrying, having this pact.
I already told you. I think Dany's expendable now. But I think they'll get married. Yes, I do. Unfortunately.
See, I don't think it's unfortunate, and I also don't hate her dying after the fact. I think it solidifies their coming together, like the North and her company that she has coming together. I think that's the only reason for a marriage.
I think Dany's gonna die really early next season, and Drogon's gonna die really early next season.
No, I think they'll save them to the end.
I think Drogon is definitely gonna die early next season.
Why?
Most likely Dany.
Why do you think Drogon will die early next season?
Really? Because that's the only thing that she's writing. So again, well, that's just me.
I I just have a feeling.
You just wanted to die. Be honest.
No, I'm telling you, I really feel like Danny is expendable after this episode. They established John. I mean, Drogon was practically purring when John was touching him. So, like, I feel like Danny could die and John could jump right on Drogon's back. And he would be like, yeah, let's do this. This is cool. I like you. But also, just Sam finding that scroll. Like, Danny has literally been killing people in the name of a throne that isn't even hers the entire run of the story.
Yeah, I'm mad at the lines they've given her. No, sweetheart, I like you. You're okay, but you were not born to rule. Your older brother was born to rule. I'm gonna need you to calm that down and stop with the bend the knee bullshit. Because
hold on, Timo, you were supposed to save your hate for Sansa. And hi, T.
Timo's backing me up, wasn't she?
How? When did we establish I was supposed to remind you? I don't believe we had that conversation, ma'am. You asked me yesterday, or actually no, it was earlier this morning, if we were going on, and I said yes at 7:30, and that was it. I don't recall you saying that I was supposed to remind you. Stop blaming me for stuff, Taryn. I didn't do it.
Okay, so check the chat. BBM, what do you feel on this marriage potential?
Oh, I agree with Eli. She has become expendable. They just already showed us with the Gilly line. We got John as a political candidate. And then you have that conversation where Tyrion and Varys is like, it seems like she's heading down the path of her father. And they both were like, well, this is with Tyrion. He's like, well, I didn't burn them, but I still felt guilty. With freaking Varys was like, yeah, I didn't burn them, but I kind of felt guilty, you know.
Okay, so would it have been better if she would have chopped their heads off then?
No, I'm just saying in their point, they are still feeling guilty about it. So it's like they're kind of getting ready to actually pick someone else in a sense. Just like with Varys, like when episode 2 happened, they were like, yeah, I knew that you did exist, Danny, and I kind of knew your brother was a dick, but I still went with him. So it's like once he finds out about John, he's gonna be like, well, I don't know anything bad about John, and I'm hearing that Danny's possibly going on the route of her father. Yeah, I'm probably going to move along with John, so just have them both marry and support little John more than of her.
Blue Tick Gaming, the Starks actually married aunt to cousin and family as well.
Cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
All of the realms have done that.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back in the histories of all these main families, you'll see they're all interrelated somehow. Yeah. It's not just the Targaryens that were doing it. That's why I don't see why some folks have to make such a big deal out of this. Everyone has done this.
Yeah, it's not like it's
Targaryens are the only ones that did the brother to sister.
Yeah, that's the only difference between them and everyone else in the realm. Yep. So AK, your thoughts on the marriage pact potential?
I think it's going to happen. I mean, the only way they're going to fully join and get their armies together is the way they do all things in that world with political marriage. The show's trying to spin it that there might be some type of romance going on. I don't think there needs to be romance. If it's just a political marriage that needs to happen, then so be it. And I see that it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, I can see it happening just simply because of, I think they want to include parts of the books that they haven't been able to find a place for, obviously. And that is a part of that has been an ongoing thing in the books that they haven't found a place for on the show. They haven't explained that. Also, my feelings on what Eli and BBM were saying is if Dany just died and John took over for Dany, because you guys are saying that she's expendable at this point, she's not really expendable because the Unsullied and the Dothraki don't follow anyone but her. And also, the dragons might like John, but John can't control the dragons. He didn't raise them. She did. So I don't think she's as expendable as you guys are saying, but I think in the end of the story, she does die.
But here's the thing about the Dothraki, though. It's like, even if she wins this war, you really think they're just going to simply just stop pillaging and raping and whatnot? It's like, same thing will happen with slavery and Marie. It's going to happen. There's going to be a point where they're going to be like, no, we we're not going to abandon our culture and stuff. I'm sorry,
Right.
but it's going to go down again.
Don Willie, thank you for coming in, homie. Have a good night.
Thanks, Don Willie. Have a good night. Enjoy. Thanks for coming in. Seriously.
Yeah, I see the Unsullied and Dothraki as cannon fodder now that at this point in the war.
And isn't like the Dothraki like the Unsullied like dying off is like some of them, half of them like kind of like died in like freaking Marie, and some of them basically died in invasion of Castle Rock situation. Is like how much are left?
She
The
had
Unsullied and
a
cannon
big,
fodder.
sizable. She had a pretty big, sizable force. So
Yeah,
I think
she did.
a decent amount
He
of
probably
that.
stole 5,000.
Even in trying to like lay siege to Castle Rock, a lot of soldiers, like they said, died just so they can like come. I don't know. It's like they're like I don't know this army that Danny like truly has. It's like running very thin.
I mean, the army, they're split right now, yeah, but they're not all just dead at Castle Rock. I think there's still a good sizable force there. She just has to get them back to her. And
It's
I
just
do,
like Lord of the Rings. You have all these like groups of armies though, but it's still just small. In the end, they're all going to be just surrounded by nothing but whites. Danny and John, all of them look at each other and be like, "Oh well." I
don't think the whites are coming that far south. I think the furthest south they'll get is maybe Harrenhal, maybe
the Isle of Faces. That's
Isle
it.
of Faces, Harrenhal.
Wherever the big end game is, it better be a real fight and not some Twilight shit that Brandon's gonna like just see this whole damn war or something, and then somehow change everything. I'm like, what? Fucking
Yeah, no,
Twilight.
see,
I can't remember, and maybe you guys can help me whose theory it is. I know it's not mine. I've heard it a couple of times. Someone had said previously that the end game would happen at Harrenhal. That's the only place that makes sense, and I honestly think that that's where the end game will be. That's where North will meet South.
Tywin said it himself. Harrenhal was built to withstand like 1 million ground forces. It's the only castle big enough to defend against the White Walkers, in my opinion.
Yeah. So it's someone else's theory. I can't remember who.
I think like Aziz or some.
Yeah, probably. But what do you guys think about that theory about Harrenhal being the end game place?
I could see that happening. It's right there by the Isle of Faces. So yeah, that makes sense. But I don't think what BBM was saying earlier, I don't think the Dothraki are going to be an issue with the raping and pillaging. They know that Danny is completely against all that. They're going to stick to that.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty
If you're
sure.
that loyal though, the same thing would happen like earlier. It's like normally when they saw freaking Drogo died, some of them just disbanded. All of them didn't stay with her. Even then, when she told them to like stop, raping and stuff. Well, not Zora, like can't even pronounce her name.
Okay,
So like some of them were like still pissed off. So how do we not know that's gonna happen again?
She's got dragons now, and they're honestly terrified of the dragons.
And
I think
they're 100% loyal to her.
Yeah, they really are. Because if
they just have balls enough to say, you know what, burn us. Now you're not gonna even have an army.
No, because they were more afraid. Remember that the Dothraki were more afraid of the water than they were of the dragons, and they crossed the water for her.
Exactly. They're not going to go against what her ruling is. But if she says,
she kind of burned like the rest of the leader, so it's like, who else are we going to follow?
That's what I'm saying. They're going to follow her.
Danny's going to lead them north to their death.
But come on, it's like she freed the
slaves. North is
going to die. Slaves to the point that the slaves want to become slaves again. Think about that.
The point that they're going to become slaves again, how? Because they die and get turned into whites?
No, I'm talking about back in Marie when she actually freed some slaves from slavery, but then some of them were like, I want to go back to it.
That's because they didn't have any that's because they hold on, I'm sorry, I got distracted. But it's what Tyrion even said. She didn't have something to put in place for that economy. That's why they went back. All she did was just cut out slavery. She needed to have put other things in place to have for people to do, not just have these camps where they could live freely. That wasn't working. And Sam, I do not know.
Okay.
I will keep my eye on it though.
Okay, so the next question I have is Sam the key to everything? And we've kind of already gone over this, and we've already figured out that, like, obviously not with last episode, but is he the key to a lot of things, you know, now that he's, you know, cured someone of grayscale?
I don't know where Sam's fucking plot is going in the show. I really
Exactly.
I have no idea. Seems like he's just like wandering around right now. Just like, yeah, he reads something, you know, really important every now and then, but I don't know. In the book, like, I feel like Sam's gonna like learn some magic, like get all up in those glass candles and like all kinds of crazy shit. But in the show, I have no idea.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think in the book, he's going to be a lot more centric in learning things that we need to know. But I think for the show, and that goes along with my theory that, you know, it'll be Gilly telling this story at the end of it. I think we're gonna see some see some more knowledge dropped in from those old books and scrolls from Gilly.
Okay. BBM, anything to add?
With me, like seeing it on the show now, it's like I wish that we just had a complete time skip and just had Sam like just show up to Winterfell, the wall, already trained everything, and all of a sudden like have Jorah like healed or whatever with them and saying, okay, now I gotta meet Daenerys, and then we're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold up, we need some explaining of this. Maybe they should have showed it like in a quick like flashbacks or whatever. But like him there, it's kind of pointless. You know, it just confirms that whole Maester theory that they know everything, but they're just keeping it on a hush-hush basis. Because it looked like they kind of know that White Walkers exist, but they don't want to lose their credibility, so they're like, eh. Just like with the grayscale thing, like we know of a way of curing it, though, but it's like the man who came up with the book died from it. So it's like, I don't know. What's the point of this all? Like, I really thought that learning about R plus L equals J thing, confirming, was going to happen in the last episode, closing off his arc and then heading him like leaving. But they gave it to us in 5, and then they just have him like steal freaking scrolls and books and having him leave. And now I'm just hoping that Gilly brought that damn book that she was reading. If not, like, we're not going to know.
Right? Bran's got it.
Where do you think?
But seriously, even if Bran tells everyone about it, though, it's like, who's going to believe him? He's just stone out of his mind. They need concrete proof, just like with the White Walkers.
Three questions. Where do you think they're going, Gilly and Sam?
Probably back to the wall.
Stop off at Winterfell first, though.
One of 3 places, either Hornhill, Wall, or Winterfell.
Why would he go?
Where's John at? Wherever John is at.
Hornhill.
He doesn't know where John is.
Does he? Well, he needs to go back home, because if he learns, because his parents, his father and brother died, it might just like tell him to like, oh, let me just go back.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know they died.
He's not going to be able to.
If he ever finds out. Because people talk when they're eating, so it's like, hey, you heard who Dany burned this week? Oh, who she burned? Oh yeah.
What's there for him to do at Hornhill?
Drop Gilly off. I don't think he'll stay in Hornhill, but he might drop Gilly off. He might be like,
Gilly's the key. Gilly's the key. Gilly's going to be on the field. Her brother's going to be there. Her brother's going to be there and be like, hey, we know her. Like, she's Craster's like daughter. That's kind of like our sister there. So they're going to be like, oh, let's not kill her.
What I want to know is in the like first or second episode, in the first episode, I'm pretty sure, when Sam finds out about the dragon glass on Dragonstone, how would he know Jon is at Winterfell? He sends the Raven to Winterfell. How would he know that if he didn't know that Jon?
Well, last time he checked, he was like
keeping in contact.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure when he was at Hornhill was when Jon got to Winterfell and beat the Boltons and became Lord of Winterfell. And so I'm pretty sure a Raven would probably go out, and that's something he would have heard.
But that's the same thing when he said, like, who's the Lord Commander? They didn't even know that their previous one died when he came there and checking out the Maester. So it's like the information there, it's like, it's iffy.
And Sam arrived at Hornhill 3 episodes before the Battle of the Bastards, unless we're thinking that timelines aren't.
But he knew that Jon was headed towards Winterfell, so I would think that he knew he was setting up for that battle. So I would think
did he say that he's sending the ravens to Winterfell, or just send them to Jon?
Well, you can't send them to Jon.
If he said he sent it to Jon, then he doesn't know like where then.
He might have sent them to Castle Black, and then they were sent down from there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a possibility.
So Sam might not even know that Jon's king in the north. Like the Maesters seem so far behind. Like they don't know shit that's going on.
They're supposed to know shit, but they don't know the basic shit.
He knows now because he knows Bran was at Winterfell, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like why isn't Sam, like why did Jon desert the Night's Watch?
He didn't desert. His watch ended. He died.
But Sam doesn't know he died. We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
This is all very true. So I forgot what my next question was going to be.
Sorry.
I should have just said that. No, it's my fault. Things pop in my head and then they just disappear. I was going to say something, but we'll just move on to the next one. So who do you think is riding a dragon? And when do you think we will see it?
Who's riding a dragon where? What?
Who do you think will end up riding a dragon? And when do you think we will see someone other than Dany riding a dragon?
I don't think we'll see that until next season, and the obvious answer is Jon. I mean, I don't know anyone else that could be riding one.
Well, there's 3 dragons.
If one, well,
that's 2 people.
That's
the
2
Night
people.
King obviously would ride him. One of them. So Jon.
I think one of those dragons is going to die in this battle, and it's probably going to be turned into a white dragon because they're not going to be able to take the dragon's body anywhere.
Yep.
True.
Unless
Dany's smart enough to like burn her own heads off, but don't think that will happen.
I don't think dragons would be easy to burn.
Even by dragon fire?
If it's by dragon fire, then I think it would be easy enough. But if they're set with regular fire, I don't think that'll affect them.
I think that it will be Jon and Dany. I'm hoping that Bran will warg the 3rd one, or Tyrion may ride the 3rd one because Tyrion
explains that vision with Bran seeing the shadow of a dragon over King's Landing.
Yeah, and I know that Tyrion always wanted to ride a dragon. That was his dream. So I'm hoping that maybe Tyrion will ride it while Bran is warging it. And then I see that dragon dying. That specific dragon will die.
That means Tyrion's going to die then too?
No, Tyrion will not die. Tyrion will be saved somehow. I don't know how.
He's trying to save everyone, Sam. You can't save everyone.
No, I just think
know this story we are reading.
No, I just think in the end there's a specific way for certain characters to die, and I don't see them dying in that. I don't see Tyrion dying in that situation. I see Tyrion dying differently than dying on Dragonback. I don't see that as Tyrion's death. I see him dying a more important death than that.
You know, I'm with T-Baby, and maybe I'm wrong for this, but I just can't picture Tyrion riding one of the dragons.
Tyrion's the creator of saddles.
True, but those are horses, though.
I don't know. I do see Tyrion getting on one for some reason. I don't know why. I see it. Yeah, the Night's King is still an option in my head, but I think that will be a white dragon. That won't be a regular dragon. So, whatever. I think I think it'll be Viserion that dies. I think Drogon will always be Dany's. I think Rhaegal will be Jon's, and I think Viserion will be the one that will die and come back.
Yep, agreed.
Telling you guys, Drogon's gonna die like episode 2 or 3 of next season.
Eli,
Really?
that's what you wish, but I don't see that happening.
All right, but I just want to say, like, you heard it here first. If it happens, you heard it here first.
If it happens, I will give you all the credit in the world, but it's not going to happen. They're not going to kill the dragon.
kill all of them. Why just stop with just freaking kill them?
Now, my question.
That reminds me. Hold on. What BBM just put in the chat. Y'all go to T Baby's channel and watch her review of his past episode. It is bloody hilarious.
I still need to watch it, but I'm sure
Do not be upset. It will make you giggle.
I'm sure all of her reviews make me giggle. She has a hashtag for every episode. It's a new hashtag. I'm waiting for the next one because the last one was Golden Dumbass, and before that it was Jordan needs to stop touching shit. And it just goes on and on and on. T is literally probably the funniest person I've ever watched.
This week's hashtag should be Rhaegar was a silver douche.
And then with the memes, though, it goes perfectly from what she's saying, too. Even though some are just like shade towards the Lannisters, but still those memes, though.
Hey,
even I laugh at her intro, though. Like, now every time I'm hearing... Like, when I was watching last week's episode, I'm just hearing the Wiener Wiener song instead of the like traditional Game of Thrones. I'm like, really? Really? T, this is what you've done to me? Oh. Just damn. I won't be surprised if she does that.
T is epic. T's rants are epic. T's like just hashtags are epic. I need T and Tinker on a stream together just ranting. And then I think my life will be complete. Oh, new hashtag, I'm with child.
Really? Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. Oh dear.
Yeah, that line, that hashtag right there will prepare you for that whole video. I'm with child.
Hashtag I'm with child. That's the new one. I knew she would come up with one eventually. Like she never fails. So we've already gone over that
Shadow
one.
Baby for the week.
What, Eli?
T should change her name to Shadow Baby for the week if that's the hashtag of the week.
Why? Why the Shadow Baby?
She said I'm with child. I don't know.
Oh. Clash of Queens is coming back soon. Yes, T.
Nice. Looking forward to that.
So we've already done that one. Okay. So next theory question that I have is, who will be the one to tell Jon about his true parentage? The options that were given in different theories were Bran, Sam, Howland Reed, and then somehow he would just find out, and it would be no one that told him. What do you guys think? How do you feel? And what do you think will be the answer to this question?
Jon can't find out on his own. He knows nothing. Sam is probably going to learn from Gilly, so he's going to tell. So that's going to be like the physical proof. But Bran probably might just warg him or just green scene and just like kind of show him like, dude, you're not Stark, you're Targaryen.
But who will be the one? I guess the theory is, who will be the one that will convince him?
I think
probably
it'll be
Bran.
a combination of Bran and Sam.
So you guys don't think we're getting
more of Sam though? Excuse me, more of Bran, because like Jon Snow knows more of the craziness, magical side of things. So maybe him just like a little bit more proof. I don't know.
I'm not convinced he ever finds out.
What'd you say, Eli?
I said I'm not convinced he ever finds out.
Yeah, that's also a possibility too. It could be possible that he never finds out.
But if he does, I think it'll be in pieces. Like Bran will show him he's their son. Sam will have the proof they were married.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. Yeah. Like it's not gonna all come at once.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it'll be, if he does find out, it'll be a combination of Bran and Sam.
And like Howland Reed would be like the confirmation, like concrete proof or something.
For the book, maybe. I keep wanting to say we're gonna get Howland Reed in the show, but I don't see them doing it. I'm not counting on Howland showing up.
So you don't think we're getting Howland at all in the show?
I don't.
Maybe they kind of dropped. They did like a very small hint of it this season, where it's just like Mira's like, "Oh, I need to get back to my family." So it's like I don't know.
It was featured a lot in the history and lore for season 6 too.
Yeah.
I just want to say to Cheeky, Cheeky, I think it does matter because Jon has always had feelings about him being a bastard and who his mother was and wanting to know those things. So I think it does matter with Jon who his parents are. I think that's a big thing.
It wouldn't matter because he's not going to identify himself as a Targaryen, though. He sees himself as a Stark.
That's fine.
I call Bull when he said, like, "Oh, I'm not a Stark." It's like, no.
I think that's
he was
fine.
raised as a Stark.
I think that's fine, and I think that the same thing goes for Theon. Theon isn't an Iron Islander. Theon's a Stark. I don't care which way you look at it. Theon was raised in the North. I think Jon's the same way, but I think in the heart of it, Jon has always questioned, who is my mother? Who are my parents? Well, he didn't ever ask who are my parents because he always believed Ned was his father. But who is my mother? Where is my mother? What happened to my mother? So much so that he was afraid of sleeping with whores because he was afraid that he could sleep with his mother, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or a sibling.
Yeah, he still slept with Ingrid, though. But going back to that, it's like him knowing his mother and Ned saying, like, oh, when we see you again, you know, I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you who your mother is. So it's like, if Brandon's like going to show him, it's probably going to be like a flashback of Ned type of thing, where it's going to be like, again, trying to show like, yeah, it's still like Ned in some shape or form, showing Jon, yeah, this is your mom's. Possibly like after just bringing him home to Winterfell or something. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
It's important because like it pretty much like is gonna fuck Jon up completely psychologically, and it's gonna
because he slept with Dany. That's why. And I can't wait till that scene happens. And all those Dany and Jon shippers gonna be like, oh shoot, but they're kind of related.
It's not even just that. It's like really every relationship he's ever had is gonna be like different. Like even like this new like you know bromance with Gendry. Like Gendry's father killed his real father. Like
exactly. Everyone
like his grandfather killed his other grandfather.
Yes,
like, there's just all kinds of fucking
yes, but if it turns out that you know Jon finds out him and Gendry are also related. If Gendry, you know, Gendry's Robert's son,
in their relationship, but it does make
it puts every question. It puts every relationship he has into question. It puts his relationship with Mel into question. It puts his relationship with Dany into question. It puts his relationship with his quote unquote siblings into question. It puts his relationship with Davos into question.
The entire North.
Davos not really. I'm not sure Davos or even Arya.
No, but it puts his relationship with Davos into question if Davos finds out. If they find out, because then he wonders, was Davos really doing it because he cared that I was a good ruler, or was Davos doing it for ulterior motives?
Even Davos followed Stannis. I don't think so.
Yeah, but think about it. Davos, like, he followed Stannis for so long. He's like probably developed a lot of that, the law, the laws of succession and all that shit. And he's gonna be like, if he finds out, he's like, Jon, you need to sit on the Iron Throne. Like, you're the.
No, I don't think Davos would be like that.
Davos is more with a moral and justice type of individual, and he's been even chilling with Jon long enough to think that he's not corrupted as a Targaryen. So it's like, I don't know. When the moment people find out he's a Targaryen, they're gonna be like still like doubting it because like he shows like nothing, any symptoms of being a Targaryen. Period.
He doesn't even look like one.
He is a Targaryen, but he is still also a Stark. Like when it comes to him, I'll say it like Yondu did. When he was talking to Star-Lord. He might have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy. Ned is not his father, but he was definitely that boy's daddy.
Yep.
He's still a Stark.
The cave scene was just awkward though, even though, again, like you said, like even though in reality his father did kill his father though, but he didn't know his father. The person who he identified as a dad is Ned.
At the end of the day, no matter which way you look at it, he's a Stark through and through, because not only was his mother a Stark, he was raised by the Starks. But
he looks like baby Ned right now.
Yeah. But I think the more important part would be his feelings of being accepted. It would be the fact that he's not a bastard. He's not any of these things that he was told he was all his life, and that made him feel bad all his life. He's actually not any of those things, and he has every right to be leading people the way he is.
But what if that information comes out and people like discourage him even more than when he was considered a bastard because of all the hatred for the Targaryens?
I think that people know Jon well enough now to know that he's nothing like that. I think people, no matter where in the Seven Kingdoms, they know Jon.
He's like the embodiment of like that, you know, the person who doesn't want power.
Yeah.
The person who wants it the least is the most, you know, right to have it.
Yeah, I think
he's like the embodiment of that. Because he doesn't want it, but he's the most fit to have it.
I don't think he's
will he survive in the end, though? It's like I'm going that theory where people are saying is like, once he kills the Night King, what happens if he just simply just drops dead?
Okay, well, let's go to Lady Minero's theory that none of them are alive in the end. No one survives this. They all die.
That's possible.
All the heroes are going to die. That includes Jon, Dany.
I don't think it's just the heroes.
Dany's not a hero.
I think they all die. Just point blank period. I think they all die.
All of our POVs die.
I think that's everyone dies.
Just tripping. Maybe he's just not tripping. He just saw the end game and every single piece of it all. Everyone is just simply dead. So he's not caring about reunions or anything. It's like, why should I even be bothered when everyone's just gonna die?
That's not even bittersweet. That's just bitter. That's not gonna happen.
But the Night King is dead, so that's the sweet thing.
Yeah.
It's
possible.
I feel like that'd be a really shitty ending, personally.
I feel like again, like J.R. Martin, he said that he didn't ever like the Lord of the Rings ending. So it's like, just imagine the Lord of the Rings ending, but like
trilogy. We've already had more bodies in fucking this story than
I think
the amount of dead piles of orcs in fucking the
Okay, one at a time. AK, what are you saying?
I think people read too much into that Lord of the Rings ending thing. It wasn't all happy roses at the end of that. When they got back to the Shire, they had a huge fucking fight on their hands. Shit was literally on fire everywhere. Their people were enslaved.
Because that was book version. Movie version, they went back to a happy ending.
Okay, you can't pull the movie in though. George R. Martin wasn't going off the movie. He was going off the books that he read. At the end of that, even after they won the Shire back, Frodo was still fucked up from all of those events. Magic had
Sam was cheated. Sam was cheated. He should have won.
Spells were gone. Magic left the world. The same shit could be happening here.
I can't even believe people think the ending to the Lord of the Rings is happy. Because I find it so depressing.
Yeah, because Sam should have went on that damn boat. I'm like, why didn't he go?
It's so depressing.
He was when really won.
Have you noticed?
Frodo was just there.
Have you noticed that we've now fallen into another fandom black hole? First it was Harry Potter, and now it's Lord of the Rings.
I'm just saying, people can't keep using that Lord of the Rings ending thing, because people that use that are just parroting what they've heard. They've not actually read the books and don't know the true ending.
And I'm going to end the Lord of the Rings fandom talk by saying everyone
leads into everything.
No, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, clearly, everyone needs a Sam.
What you should have said is, we've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
I miss talking to you, damn it. We got to do streams more often.
And by the way, guys, you guys are upsetting the chat. No Lord of the Rings spoilers.
Oh, for fuck's sake, the books are from the 70s.
If you have not seen it, if you have read or seen it, like, come on now.
No, if it's over a year, I call serious bullshit on that spoiler nonsense.
Probably Timo.
It is Timo.
Yeah, because she hasn't seen it still. That and Star Wars. Like, come on.
70s or seen movies that came out like 6-7 years ago now.
Like,
get your life, Timo. You too, Ion. I saw you with that spoiler alert. Get your life.
that all the time, though. Ion's just, making me happy by showing what we're talking about.
Please, Ion probably read the damn spoilers on Wiki by now, because that's the same thing he does with Attack on Titan. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Okay, so on to the next one. Should we move on from Lord of the Rings?
Yo, it's how long have we been on? Shit, it's almost 10 o'clock.
I have no idea how long we've been on. I don't know how to check that.
At least 2 hours. I'm looking at the beginning of the stream.
We have three.
We've been on for at least 2 hours.
1, 2.
How many more do we have left?
4.
4. Oh fuck.
4
All right.
topics left.
Hold on.
So, will John be able to tame that dragon?
I don't think any
What
dragon
dragon are you talking about?
tamed, but I think he's going to bond with one and ride.
Yes, that's what I mean.
All
He's
right.
definitely going to bond with the dragon. Yes.
Just Rhaegal, if anything,
think
follow
it's
the name,
Right.
kind
Because
of pin that with them.
for his dad. So I think it's going to be Rhaegal. A lot of other people think it's going to be Drogon, but I don't see it happening that way.
Unless Danny dies and kind of like seems like he kind of like bowed his head, whatever, and flew from her. But it's like, Danny dies, he's riding it. Period.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's going to happen, but okay.
I don't know.
Eli?
I gotta see it. Like Drogon was like, when John was touching him, he was like, "Ooh, mommy, I like him. Can we keep him?" Like,
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I saw it too.
That's pretty much what I said too. I was like, okay, he's like smelling out the Valyrian blood. I was like, wait, mom, this is one of ours. Why haven't I met him yet?
Why? He's like you. Why can't he be here? I like him.
It's like the cool like aunt or uncle that came by, that gives you everything. It's like, why can't he just stay? But then Jorah comes out of nowhere, and it's like, why is he still here?
See,
It's
he's not taking Drogon away from Dany. He's riding Rhaegal. It just makes sense.
It's a possibility. It does too make sense. It's a possibility. I don't like that thought. I still think it's going to be Rhaegal, but it's a possibility.
could be both. Could ride
No.
Rhaegal, and then Danny dies, and then he's like, "Fuck it."
We're not talking about Quentin, Ion.
Quentin is not a factor in the show, Ion. You stop that right now.
All right. So
He's not even a factor in the books.
Right, exactly.
well, we don't know that yet. There are some theories.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyways.
believe it, but
Quentin was boring as hell. I hope he's dead.
he was a little bit boring, wasn't he?
So next question, and it's another dragon-esque question. Will Euron control the dragons?
The only way I see that happening is if he actually does have that horn in the book. That's the only. I don't see it happening on the show.
You don't see it happening show-wise?
Nope.
They don't got the time for that.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have time to put that back in.
I don't even think we're even gonna have Euron or even Theon or Yara seen even in next 2 episodes. Because how one episode he's like, okay, I'm back because I want to talk to Danny to get my sister back, and that didn't even happen in episode 5. So it's like Danny touches down, we don't get that scene. So it's like, I'm guessing we're just gonna have Euron for just the first 3 episodes, and then maybe on the first 2 episodes of next season, and that's about it.
They should have just had Theon go north of the wall and die, as far as I'm concerned. I like Theon, but
I
They're
like
not
Theon
doing anything with
too.
He has to kill Euron first. Because we're not gonna have Podrick kill Theon.
Euron's definitely not getting a dragon in the show.
I think
I hope he does in the books.
I
but
think
he's
that-
definitely
I want Theon to be the one to kill Euron. I think that makes sense. It works.
That does.
Hopefully he can save Yara, Asha in the show.
Because
version.
you don't like redemptions. Okay. I don't think you even believe in redemptions.
I believe in redemption.
No, AK, I don't think she does. She don't believe in
AK.
Jamie's.
But you're just mad because I don't believe in Jamie's redemption.
Exactly.
That bullshit. I do believe in redemptions, but fuck Theon and fuck Jamie.
Hashtag golden dumbass. Hashtag Forever 21 knockoff. Okay. Those are their new names. So the second to last topic I have here is, do you think we're getting Clegane Bowl? Because it's a yes and no. People are very split down the middle. Do you think we're getting the Hound versus the Mountain?
I don't
100%.
know what the point of that is. For what?
Well,
fan service then, goddamn.
no,
I want it to happen.
It's not even for fan service. I think it's important for the Hound because the Mountain did so much messed up shit to him. I think the only person to kill the Mountain should be the Hound. I don't think it should be Arya.
Arya should have been able to kill freaking Joffrey and every other person that should be on her list, but she couldn't get to kill them.
Yes, but the Mountain and the Hound are both still alive. Joffrey died before Arya could even get to him.
The Hound is north of the Wall right now. So yes. Think about it. He's using dragon glass right now, north of the Wall. And he's gonna go to King's Landing and he's gonna have that dragon glass. And he's gonna kill the Mountain with it.
Hopefully. I really hope so.
Why? Because the Mountain is undead, whatever?
Yeah.
But on the show, did he say like the Mountain is dead? I know he said like he's in the process of dying, but it's like, is he dead?
I don't know.
I just look at his Frankenstein, so maybe it's Frankenstein's monster.
His blood is black and like congealing all around the small parts.
This is Game of Thrones. You can't put a hot chick in there.
I don't know. I don't see the need for Clegane Bowl, but you know, people want it.
Fan service.
If it happens, I'm gonna watch.
We need it.
If it happens, I'll watch, but I'm not checking for it that hard.
I'm telling you,
we need to light the Mountain on fire so the Hound can conquer his damn fear of fire.
It's gonna happen last episode, I think.
Of this season?
Yes.
Yeah. You think he's gonna get all the way back south?
Yeah. But isn't it trailer? Didn't we see like the Hound like in the
south? In the dragon pits.
Yeah, so it's gonna happen there.
It's gonna happen.
Hound. It's someone that might look like him, but it's not confirmed that's him.
No, it's not. You're right. It just looked very much like him.
It's either that or Bronn.
No,
it didn't. Like Bronn is AK.
It didn't look like Bronn. It didn't look like Bronn. The clothing didn't look like Bronn.
First, I thought it was Arya. Now, first then I thought it was Bronn. Then I think it's the Hound. I don't know who it is. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. People thought the Arrowhead was freaking the Mountain. Now it's confirmed that it's not the freaking Mountain. So it's like, I don't know anything anymore. Just stop reading into
like
damn
those
trailers.
burning Bolton crosses in the Battle of Bastards in the trailer. Everyone thought that was important, and it was nothing.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I remember having like 12-hour conversations about those burning crosses.
We're like, it's Stannis. No, it's Roose. No, it's fucking Hot Pie.
It's just like with the line of Littlefinger. Like, we thought that was going to be his last words before he bites the dust. And he gives that to freaking Sansa. And what is it, episode 3? I believe? Or 2. It's one or the other. When Bran comes. No, I think it's 3. It's 3 because, like, episode 2, there was no Bran. So it has to be 3. So it's like, what? I don't know. But the Pack survives things probably happen later on. Probably after, like, when Littlefinger actually does bite the dust. So they kind of switch it up on us on the trailer.
Okay, so are we done with this one? Clegane Bowl talk?
Yep.
All right, and the last and final theory that I've come across, which is, touching to my heart, and I'm sure AK will agree because it's our girl Arya, is Arya being no one. Will she protect Sansa? Because Sansa says no one will protect her. If so, does this mean Arya will be the one to kill Littlefinger?
Arya's already
Sansa to be the one, really.
Realize. Saying Arya's already protecting her, and Sansa's too dumb to know it. All that shit between them last episode, that's all Arya fucking, I don't know, conspiring against Littlefinger.
But Arya's just like what AK and me said earlier. It's like Arya's been slipping before, so how do we not know she's like legitimately playing into Littlefinger's hands, though?
Yeah, I am sticking with Arya's track record from.
She could be doing a T-baby troll on all of us. We don't know yet. If she is, then kudos to you. You'll learn something. But
that's Arya's my girl. That she is my favorite character.
Yo, what about this? Back in Hagar snuck over back to Westeros, killed Littlefinger, and he's actually Littlefinger. right now.
Nah, if anything, Jack Nagar is that guy from the Iron Man, if anything. That's just a little bit too shady.
I don't think Littlefinger has been face swapped with anyone. T said Teeth says she thinks Arya asking "Are you afraid?" to that girl is actually Arya talking to the girl Littlefinger was talking to before.
That's possible.
Ion, the current Arya is not the waif. It makes no sense. She would.
It makes sense to me.
No.
Why would the waif be doing all of this?
Hold on.
She's a troll too.
Hold up, guys. It makes no sense simply because if Arya was really the waif, she would have no idea who Nymeria was. And Nymeria wouldn't have come close to her.
And definitely wouldn't have spared her.
Exactly. Nymeria would have eaten her.
Maybe she just simply wasn't a human that.
Oh, shut up.
BBM, stop with the logic.
I was saying, can I answer the damn question?
Yes.
Arya, Arya is known for, being able to think quick on her feet and whatnot. But she did have that moment of fucking up in Bravos where we all thought that she was just, playing the long con and getting her shit and getting the fuck out of Dodge. And she ended up being dumb and getting stabbed up. So I want to believe
that was DD.
That, Marie Hill has a video out about Arya's actions in the last episode, and it's a good theory. But my only issue with that is we've seen Arya fuck up before, and I think that Arya, her head is in the right place, but she's not playing it smart enough. She has tunnel vision right now. She's not looking at the whole big picture. And I think that's that may come to bite her in the ass again by the end of this season. Hopefully she wises up and her and Sansa can actually truly be sisters and tag team and handle Littlefinger's ass. But for right now, I think she might be playing into his hands and just not paying enough attention.
Do you I always thought it was going to be Jon that brought Sansa and Arya together because of how similar Jon is to Ned. But do you think it could be Bran that actually brings Arya and Sansa together, considering the Littlefinger situation now? Bran might shed light.
It's going to have to be Bran because I don't think Jon is going to get back there anytime soon to stop Littlefinger doing anything. With Bran there, he's the one that has the knowledge and he's going to have to pull them together. And I don't think that it will be Arya that kills Littlefinger. I want it to be, because I think he deserves a very most painful death. But I think it will end up being Sansa.
I want it to be Sansa.
No one can protect Sansa, yes. But little Lyanna was not just talking out her ass when she said, everybody needs to learn how to fight. Sansa needs to pick up the sword at some point in time, too. This may be her first moment doing so.
I think Arya might be the one to teach her. And I really hope it is Sansa that kills Littlefinger. But I could settle for Arya. But I want it to be Sansa.
I really want it to be Sansa. I
want it to be Sansa too. It's like Littlefinger's been playing from the beginning.
I want Arya.
I want to see Arya do it just because I know Arya will make that shit painful as fuck.
I want to see Arya do it like this. Exactly like this. I want to see her play the game of faces on Littlefinger. Not kill him right then, but come back to him. All right, so just hear me out. We didn't get Lady Stoneheart in the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's up in Littlefinger's bed chamber or whatever, wearing Cat's dead face.
Or Sansa's.
But she was just at the twins. Think about it.
True.
And she comes in and she said something like Cat would have said to Littlefinger. I wouldn't have even known. I don't even know.
How would she have Catherine's dead face, though?
She was just at the twin.
But it's been years. There's no face.
We don't know how it works.
Same thing about Lord Frey's body. It's was it the same size as Arya and stuff? It's
no, that's completely different. Walder Frey was a fresh kill. So yeah, she takes his face. She took on his whole persona. As far as I've seen, that's how it works. When you take the face,
okay,
take the whole
but
persona.
how did Jack and Hagar pulling off the faces in the House of Black and White when Jack Nagar drank the poison, how did he have Arya's face on that dead body?
Ooh, true.
That part I do not have figured out. But Arya was still.
So I'm just saying it's not impossible.
Still there to make a face, but you make a face from nothing though. After years of someone.
Wasn't the logic. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Go ahead.
Like,
finish up.
Hello?
What was the other part of your theory, Eli?
just Arya. I play the game of faces on Littlefinger. Like, I just think that would be so dope.
I do want to see that. That's one thing that I do hope that happens is she plays the game of faces and has Bran like in the corner watching the whole thing also.
Yeah, because like Brandon's not gonna tell anyone anything. If he could have just told anyone anything, he could have done it from the jump start. But instead, he's like, "You look beautiful in your wedding dress." Oh yeah, I know Cersei was on your list, but he doesn't care about anything. What he cared about was seeing Jon, but Jon wasn't there. Why he wants to know about Jon? Because he's dealing with the Night King issue. Because unless you have anything to do with the Night King, yeah, he doesn't get anything.
Okay, so I have one last question, but it's a fun question. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
So we're going to do this AK, BBM, and then Eli in alphabetical order here. That's how you guys appear on my screen. So I'm going to ask you, you have to name, I'm going to give you a list, and you're going to pick from this list. So it's the ultimate Game of Thrones squad. So your first option is to pick a leader. Do you pick Dany, Jon, Cersei, Stannis, or the High Sparrow? And chat, you can come along with us.
I think I did this on Facebook. Is that where you pulled this off of?
No.
No? Okay.
No, this was from BuzzFeed.
Okay, give me the names again.
Okay, so your leader, your choice would be Dany, Jon, Cersei, Stannis, or the High Sparrow.
Jon.
All right. Your magic. Would you pick Bran, Mel, Jaqen, Maester Qyburn, or Sam?
Bran can't make faces, but Jaqen doesn't know to do the things Bran does. I'm going to pick Bran.
Okay. Your strategist. Do you pick Tywin, Littlefinger, Robb Stark, Tyrion Lannister, or Olenna Tyrell?
Tywin.
You pick Tywin?
I would pick Tywin.
All right.
I can't stand the dude, and he's done some fucked up shit, but the man was a great tactician. Can't fault that at all.
Okay. Next is your fighter. Do you pick Oberyn, Dario, Arya, Brienne, or Bronn?
Oberyn. Fucking Dario. Ew.
Arya was on that list too.
And
It's like a personal.
Arya's not beating Oberyn. Yes, I'm taking that personal BBM. Tell me something about Dario.
Okay. And finally, your muscle. Do you pick 1-1, the Mountain?
1-1.
Hold on.
Nope.
1-1.
1-1.
Hold on. Let me finish. 1-1, the Mountain, Khal Drogo, the Hound, or Tormund?
1-1.
Okay.
The giant smashes all of them.
So AK squad is Jon, Bran, Tywin, Oberyn, and 1-1. And now we move on to BBM. And I think I already know who his leader will be.
What is?
Your leader options are Dany.
Really, it's Cersei? Come on.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I would pick Jon though, but I don't know. Jon, you have to do something like fantastic right now. I'm sorry, like you can't even get Dany to even like go with you, man. Especially so you're good looking enough to actually try to convince Dany to like help you out, but Peter's like, it's not working out for you, man. You got glass, but you don't got the dragons and army. Sorry, but you're not my leader.
Okay,
So
so Cersei is his leader. Who is your magic? Bran?
Bran is Bran. Like, I don't know. Even you can get. I was like tied between him and Jack and Hagar.
You're
like,
not picking. You're
but like
not.
Bran could like tell me like, yeah, David, that's not who you think it is.
Hold
right
on.
there. So.
You're not picking Qyburn?
Why the fuck did anybody pick Qyburn?
I don't know, because he loves Cersei.
If that weapon Scorpion actually gonna kill like freaking Drogon by poison like daily or something like that, maybe I'll go back and like somehow tell you to edit this stream out. But till then, yeah, Bran. Next.
T says you're a dead man if Cersei's your leader.
Well, she's still alive in this world where everyone is dying left and right.
He's gonna die happily in the Nebula. T.
Okay, so next let's move on to your strategist. Do you pick
Tywin? Red Wedding. Come on. Robert won a good Rob won the good battles, but any man and neither could I. That's the one answer I cannot stand. But like, come on, Rob won a good battles, but battles is one thing, a war is another. He ended it with a single pen, like done. Tywin. Okay,
your fighter: Oberyn, Dario, Arya, Brienne, or Bronn.
Bronn.
I knew he was gonna pick Bronn.
Bronn could possibly kill the Hound, possibly. So that's like one thing.
And finally, your muscle: 1-1, the Mountain, Drogo, the Hound, or Tormund.
Now that I'll pick the Hound.
You'll pick the Hound?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think Hound can kill a freaking 1-1 period. If that one crow did, then anyone possibly could, really.
BBM's squad is Cersei, Bran, Tywin, Bronn, and the Hound. And finally, Eli. We will move on to you. Who is your leader, Eli?
I have to ask a question.
Yes.
Why is Stannis not on here?
No, Stannis
is on here.
Why isn't he on here more?
But I have a question.
Yes.
Picking these people, doesn't everything come with them? Or is it just the merits of the single person? Because Danny ain't shit.
It's your squad. It's not your battle commander. It's your squad. Who are your friends? These are your friends. Who's your squad that you chill with?
Stannis, Bran, and Bronn.
Wait. You're missing the strategist. So for your leader, you pick Stannis. For your magic, you pick Bran. Who's your strategist? Tywin? And then you said Bronn and who?
1-1.
And 1-1. Okay. So I had a hard time answering these questions. I don't know how you guys found it so easy.
No, you have a heart for almost every character.
Like I got to leader, like I got to the first section, and I was like, I don't know who to pick, Danny or Jon. Danny or Jon. I want them both.
Danny has been losing too much of her people. If a dragon dies, then you're gonna be like, you know what? Screw Danny. So go with Jon, in my opinion.
Just as your
and then I got
leader, then that's an easy decision because Danny sucks as a leader.
Exactly. Actually, both kind of really suck as a leader, though.
No, I think they're both equally balanced. But either way,
I think they work well together. Anyways, for my magic, it was no question. It was Bronn. It was at Bran 100% all the time. My strategist was a toss-up, and it was not this is why I was so shocked when you guys kept saying Tywin, because I would never pick Tywin in a million years, just because he clearly doesn't listen to what anyone says. Because he went
done.
No, he gets what he wants done, not what I want.
Red Wedding done.
Yeah, he killed the Targ babies. He killed Rhaegar's kids.
War.
No. Children are off limits. No.
This ain't Dorne.
A little baby in a cradle is not coming after you. So I was stuck between Tyrion and Olenna, because I can't not pick Lady Olenna because she's the shit. But then I thought maybe Lyanna Mormont should be on here somewhere, because I wish she was part of my squad.
She's slipping.
For my fighter, I picked Arya all the time, every day, no questions asked.
My girl is bad. I'm with you on that, but still, Oberyn.
Nah, don't go like streaming down, City of Bravos, with Arya though. I'm just saying, Sam.
Oberyn, my problem with Oberyn is that Oberyn holds on to personal grudges and like wouldn't really listen to what I wanted him to do.
Flashy.
No, but I could like, yeah, but Arya's personal grudges don't get in the way of her killing other people.
Because she has plot.
But I got her blind though.
She just, she gets it done. She kills.
Bronn is an easy pick there because he literally has loyalty to no one.
I wouldn't pick Bronn though, because it wouldn't even be an option for me.
Just give him a castle, damn it, you're good.
And then my muscle was a little different than everyone else's muscle. As much as I love the Hound, and she, said Tormund, but only because she wants to marry him. And one, my muscle would be Khal Drogo. I would so pick Khal Drogo because not only would he be my muscle, he would be my eye candy. And Gendry's not on there, so.
Pretty sure you'd have.
I don't know. Khal Drogo's a straight up like.
He's a beastie. He beastie, but one would step all over that ass.
But one died.
One died. That's to having how many damn arrows shot in him and fighting how many people?
Eli, he wasn't a rapist. Okay, she eventually was okay with it.
I don't care. That's fucked up.
The fact that he was still a rapist, though, Sam.
That's okay.
It doesn't matter that Danny developed Stockholm syndrome.
That's okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Whoa, you can't say okay to that.
No.
I'm okay with. I'm okay with fictional characters, not real life people.
Oh, so you're okay with Ramsay and Sansa?
That's not the part that. That's not the part. Jamie and Cersei.
That wasn't rape, Eli. That's just foreplay with each other.
With Sansa and Ramsay, that's actually not the part that fucked me up. With Sansa and Ramsay, the part that fucked me up was the things he was saying to her and having Theon watch. Him raping her didn't mess with my head because it's a fictional story and I'm, whatever, it furthers the plot along. It was the watching part that was just like, ooh, no.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
The books made it worse.
Okay.
Even though it wasn't for real. So.
On that note,
we are finished, and I would like you guys to each give your outro. So let's start with Eli this time.
Well, thanks for having me on. Even though I'm over here sick, but I always come on to spew my Danny hatred. So
you do. I enjoy arguing with you.
Danny is expendable. Just remember that.
Okay. BBM.
For starters, thank you for having me on this, Sam. I think it was supposed to happen like last week, but I wasn't available, so put it here. So again, my apologies for the original scheduling of it, but made it up with this epic stream.
Yeah,
loved it.
So much
fun. It was epic.
And this was my second theory stream with BBM. This was number 2. He's now been on both. Mm-hmm. And finally, Lord Commander.
Thank you very much for having me on, Sam. It's always fun to hang with you. Always fun to hang with all you guys. BBM, Eli Naris, everybody that was in the chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for always listening to us ramble. I don't know why you do, but we're happy to ramble for you. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you in the streams.
I will definitely be in the chat. Does anyone have anything coming up that they want to talk about?
If you guys are fans of Walking Dead, check out the Walking Bread channel. We're working on issue 106 right now.
Yeah, I think 105 just got uploaded like during the stream.
A couple weeks ago. Yep. And let's see. We have a Lav's book club. I think we're shooting for next month for our next one. The book is The Eaters of the Dead by Michael Crichton. It was also made into a movie called The 13th Warrior starring Antonio Banderas. It's a really quick read. If you get the audiobook, check it out. Come join us when we chat about it on Lav's channel.
Speaking of that, if you got like a link to that audio, like
I didn't send it to you.
Nah, send it my way.
No, my bad. I thought I did.
Also, AK on Sunday also does her live review, and so does BBM. You do one too, right? Live reaction.
No reactions. No reactions like pre-recorded.
Oh,
Yeah,
you do yours pre-recorded. Okay.
I can find live though.
AK
Yes,
does hers live.
And if Sam can find a stream, she'll be on with me next Sunday as well.
I don't have cable, so if
that
I
doesn't
find
mean
one,
anything. You can
it does.
download. No, unbelievable. What is it? Star? No, not Star. Excuse me. HBO Now. They have a free trial.
No, not in Canada.
Not in Canada.
Not in Canada. You have to have a cable subscription to do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna look up a way how to cheat your laptop.
Yeah.
To think if you're in America.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be good. So
You
when I figure that out
for me. But yeah, so
we're gonna edit that out.
Yeah.
Ash, I'm gonna throw a shout out to Blasphemous HD because he says that all the time. That's where I got it from. Hashtag edit that out.
Okay, edit it. So yeah, so if I'm not live with AK, you'll find me in the chats, and you will probably find me in everyone else's chats too, because I have a problem, and it's called I have an addiction to live streams, and
we all do.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. It's about to become second nature.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's just I can't.
Screen with me, then she will be in the chat room, and you should be in the chat room too because we have a good damn time watching the episode together.
AK's reactions are literally priceless.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely
I missed last
should watch.
But I'm gonna be there this Sunday. I'm being there this Sunday.
Okay, BBM. I look forward to it. And if most of the time in the chat, you'll find me arguing with Eli about his Danny hatred. And usually it's me. It's usually me. No, Rhaegar and me are okay. It's usually me fighting with you and Ricky.
Oh, Ricky.
It is always a good time.
Monday or Tuesday, one of them days next week, the Mad Queens will be on. I don't remember whose channel we're going to be on next week, but look out for that.
Yes, always watch the Mad Queens. They are hilarious. And when Lady D is on, she turns into Professor D and gives us all of the knowledge. So yes, definitely watch that. And I know Don Willie was in here earlier. Be sure to check out the Hypes Watch after show after Game of Thrones on Sunday. They're always a good time too. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Thank you for watching so much. Thank you guys for joining me for my theory discussion. Love you guys all. Good night.
Night to night.
Bethany to Cersei.
Fuck her.
Guys, seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Yeah.